Well, good morning, everybody. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to New Zealand Secondary Schools Cross Country, edition 46 from Timaru, South Canterbury. Fairly cold morning here this morning, 10 degrees, but fine, and the kids are ready to run. With me in the commentary box is four-time New Zealand Secondary Schools Chairman Hannah O'Connor. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Paul. It's nice to be here.
It's great to have you here, Hannah. Now, Hannah, we're about 2 or 3 minutes away from the Year 9 girls. We'll switch to a camera shortly to see them warming up. You ran this race back in 2013 in Palmerston North, wasn't it, Hannah?
Yes, that is correct. I ran the Year 9 girls race there.
So tell us, how will these girls be feeling right now, just a minute or so before the biggest race of their lives?
Yeah, with a minute to go, they'll be feeling pretty nervous. Hopefully they're all warmed up, and as you can see, they're doing strides at the moment, just getting their little speed out. But yeah, I think they'll be really nervous, but once the gun goes, all the nerves will go and they'll just have a good race.
So that's the key, is it? Get through the gun and just relax and get out there.
Yeah, once the gun goes, all the nerves should subside and it'll just be like any other race that they've run.
So Hannah, you've run the course. Tell us about the early part of the course for the girls.
Yeah, so yesterday I went for a jog over the course and I found the hill. So there's a hill about 400 metres into the course.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Yeah, so that hill's pretty tough and they'll really feel that. So hopefully they don't go too hard up that first hill. Just take it easy and settle into the race and then start working. So
tactically, our big runners, our named runners, the girls that are hoping to be in the top 10 today, will they be wanting to be in the front by that point?
Yeah, so when I was a Year 9, I was always told that you wanted to be in the top 20 for about the first 2K. So you don't want to be leading and pushing too hard at the start, but just settling in and then going when it gets tough for everyone else.
I remember that race, and many will remember that course at Massey, running out the back there in the farmland and the mud, and it was a pretty heavy course.
Yeah, it was a really tough course, and I didn't know what to expect because it was my first New Zealand cross country. So yeah, it was a really nice course though.
So tell us about the surface conditions here at Timaru at Ashbury Park.
Yes, so the conditions are really nice and it's pretty hard underfoot, so there won't be too much sliding around with the mud, of course. So it should be a nice, good race, yeah.
Now, I've had a few issues on the start line. Were you ever involved in a start where girls fell over?
Yeah, not on the start, but in my first race as Year 9, it was really muddy, and with about a K to go, 3 of us fell over each other. And yeah, we just had to get up and keep going. So hopefully there's no collisions today at the start.
No, well, they look fairly spread out. We've got 14 boxes over 42-metre spread there, and we can see some of the marshals just getting them ready. We should be down to about a minute to go at this point. Girls running back to the line there. So we've got people joining us from all over the world and around New Zealand, and obviously a lot of people on the course as well. And just reminding you, this is the Year 9 girls 3,000 metres. We expect them to be on the course for about 11 minutes. They're doing a 1K loop, and then they'll come back past us again, and they'll do a 2K loop. Officials are getting everybody off the course. The girls are on the line there, bouncing around. Any schools that you can recognise at the moment, Hannah?
Yeah, I can see New Plymouth Girls High. I can see some Green Bay. Yeah, there's lots of different schools from around New Zealand.
Your old school, of course, was Sacred Heart College. They've got some runners today, do you think?
Yes, I think they do. They have about 15 girls running at this event, so yeah.
Okay, so we're just listening out for the starter. We're on the wide Zoom at the moment, and hoping to bring you a start as we click over to 10:30. New Zealand Secondary Schools, 46th edition, Ashbury Park. We're hoping everybody made it. There were some transport hiccups yesterday, a bit of fog at Auckland Airport, and here they go to their marks. And there's the gun, and we're away, right on time, 10:30, Saturday, June 15th. We've got the Year 9 girls race, nearly 100 girls in the field. Coming past the camera here, see a New Plymouth Girls High girl right in front of us. And away we go. And we've already got a call for the manager of New Plymouth. So we're on the start straight here. It's approximately 250 metres, one of the better straights that we've had in recent years, Hannah.
Yes, it looks like a really long start, and they look like they've gotten out really fast, which is good. No collisions.
Yeah, so there they are at the first corner, right under the Golden Arches, and we've got a runner out with a good lead there, and I think that's at New Plymouth Girls in second.
Yes, that's Renee Donovan from New Plymouth Girls High in second.
Okay, we will pick up the numbers shortly. This is the part of the course where it's harder to see them. So Renee Donovan, what do you know about Renee, Hannah?
Yeah, Renee's a really good runner. I think she placed second at the Taranaki Secondary Schools cross country. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
She's also a good swimmer, I believe, and plays a bit of netball.
Yeah, she's a very talented athlete in all sports.
Who else can we see in there on the long zoom? Oh, here they come to the first hill. Now, this is a little bit deceptive in the leaves there. People run this for the first time. They don't think it's too steep a hill, but it starts to, the gradient increases as you go higher. So we're got a lovely shot, actually, of girls going up through the trees there. We've got 4 cameras here today, and we'll, just as they spread out more on the course, we'll be able to bring those in. And the lead girls have got to the top of the hill to run along a little bit. Here we go. Here's one of our cameras, and they're just going to come down the hill at fairly good pace now, I'd say. So the girls still bunched as they come through there. Canterbury runners in there.
It looks like there's a little lead group coming up now. They're trying to split away.
Yeah, so how many have we got in there? Is that, we've got a group of 3, perhaps 6, 7 hanging in there. As they come up and down that hill again, we'll start to see some race numbers, and we'll be able to identify these youngsters. Of course, Year 9 girls, they're not known to secondary runners. It's a bit of a lottery. You experienced that, Hannah. No one knew who you were to start with.
Yeah, no, it's...
So Kennedy Taylor on the left there, number 445. She's from Southland Girls High School. And number 807, Bella Earl. Bella's a named athlete, had some success at Ames Games, and not surprising to see her at the front. So they're winding their way up and down around the course and heading back towards the start-finish line. So let's see if we can pick up. Who's number 492 there coming through? That was Claudia Huddleby from St Margaret's College in Christchurch. Saw one of the Lake of Craighead girls go past quite quickly. So these girls are about 800 metres. Lovely camera angle now as the girls come down the hill over the jump, and they're coming up to the 1K mark. The girl in green there is Maya Bird from Green Bay High School in about 10th position there. And that's Bella Earl, number 807, last number in the book. So she's got a little bit of a lead there. And they're just coming past this will be about the 1K point. Just looking for a clock, just over 4 minutes into this. The Rangiora High School girl is Xanthia Jane there from Rangiora High School. In the green top. One of our local girls from Opahead College. And this girl's working hard, coming through 1K now. Number 492 is Claudia Huddleby again. We've seen her before from St Margaret's. So we can see the girls heading out now. This is about 1.3K into the race. They're on the 2K loop now, and a lot of hill work coming up for them as they go up and down 4 times in amongst the trees. So we're looking to see where our leaders are. Last we saw, we had Bella Earl with the small lead. And here she comes.
There's Eliza Squire from Wellington East Girls College up there as well.
So Opahi College on screen now. They'll be working for a team's position there. Girls running side by side. Friends or competitors, hard to tell.
Yeah, so there's Bella Earl from Whangarei Girls High School coming down the hill, it looks like. She's running really well, running strong from the start.
Had a look over her shoulder there, but she looks confident. See if we can pick up who's along beside her.
Coming second, looks like Eliza Squire from Wellington East Girls College.
So Bella's got a nice lead, and it's this point we're going to hand over in the commentary. I'm going to bring in Jason, ready to go here. And Hannah, thanks for your work there. So Jason Cameron's going to take over the commentary, and we've got Tessa Hunt in the comment seat.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. So coming down to the business end of this Year 9 girls race, Tessa, what's going through the mind of some of these athletes at the moment?
Yeah, it will start getting really tough at this point. They're about, I'd say almost, they'll be over halfway now. So, you know, they're really going to start having to grind if they're going to, coming around the back of the course.
Through that hill section and onto the flat, and a few hurdles to come too, eh?
Yeah, the hurdles will be tough, definitely, for the mine, because they've just run, you know, quite a big race, so they're going to have to really start putting in the work.
So number 2 is Jessie Putney from Ashburton College, another school represented in the mainland there, and Sasha Robinson from Pukekohe High School in Auckland. She's running through nicely there. 492 is 257 there. And that's a local girl there, Annabelle Barge from Mountain View High School.
Here we have Lorna Kirk from Napier Girls High School coming in now.
And looks like a girl from Sophie Hogg from Craighead Diocesan School in Timaru. Elsie Talbot from Craighead also coming down the hill there. And we can see Bella Earl has cleared that first hurdle, Tessa, so she's making her way to the finish.
Here comes the leading girls coming over the hurdle, so these will be
Nice
maybe
little
like 5th.
compact hurdling technique there, and there is an option there to go round the hurdle as well if you're not so sure of getting over it.
Go Maya! Go Maya! Good job, Maya!
And that's Grace Bennett from Opahi College from South Canterbury. Some nice hurdling techniques there.
Yeah, very
Tessa.
nice. Yeah, most people are hurdling. I haven't seen anyone go round, so everyone's giving it a shot.
And it looks like it's course is holding up pretty well already. The rain stayed away, and you really start to see some of the big bunches coming through here in this Year 9 girls race. So Bella Earl is still in front. And here she comes. She's coming down the finish chute. That's 8:07. That's Bella Earl.
And Kennedy Taylor in second. There's about 400 metres to go. Bella Earl leading by quite a bit. And Eliza Squire in third from Wellington East. They're just about to head down the hill, the leaders.
So
And Bella Earl coming down the finish. About last jump, 100 metres to go. Good lead.
Kennedy Taylor chasing hard in second place.
And Eliza Squire in third.
She has a little look, Bella, just to see what's happening behind her, but she looks like she's in control. With
100 metres to go, and she's looking strong.
just free-flowing style of Bella Earl. She's coached by Ian Babe, the legendary runner from Whangarei. Excellent victory.
And second is Kennedy Taylor. Sprint for third.
And it's close. It's going to go all the way to the line. Number 734, 642's got it. So,
And we have Wellington Girls College, 738, coming in for fifth.
every place counts, so Tessa, with these teams events.
Yep, so every place counts. Wellington Girls will be in contention for the 6-man and 3-person team. And they're all starting to come in now. That's the first of Craighead Girls coming in now. And another Wellington Girls College just finishing.
Yeah, Epsom Girls High School there coming across the line. Christchurch Girls. Just giving your all at this stage, aren't you, Tessa? It's
Yep.
just about over.
And there's Phoebe Squire from Wellington East Girls College.
Is that
Bridie from Villa Maria just coming in the finish.
the young girl there, Poppy from John Paul College in Rotorua.
There's Neve Motley coming in now. And some more Wellington girls.
One of the biggest fields of the day, this Year 9 girls.
I've seen quite a few Wellington girls runners coming in, so they'll be in contention for some of the 6-man teams. There's another one there.
Another New Plymouth Girls High School
Yep.
girl coming,
With Craighead
Craighead.
right behind.
So we've got 3-person and 6-person teams. So
all these places count. So these girls are absolutely stuffed after this, giving it their all out there. Coming over the finish after running a tough 3K.
and there's our provisional first three in the Year 9 girls 3,000 metres. Bella Earl from Whangarei Girls High School, the national champion. Closely behind her, Kennedy Taylor from Southland Girls. Can we cut back to the results again? And Samantha Fuchs from Whakatipu High School in the Southern Lakes area, rounding out the top three. See one of our visitors from the United States clearing a hurdle there into the last K. Another Craighead Dawson athlete coming across the line there. So the great thing about this race, Tessa, is that it's not only the runners, it's these kids do a whole lot of different sports at school, don't
Yeah,
they?
definitely.
So
Yep.
you got your hockey players and
Yeah,
triathletes.
definitely.
The rugby boys will be coming out
Yep.
shortly. And
Lorna Kirk from Napier Girls just coming through the finish.
And Sky Watson from St Cuthbert's. Arizona Withers from Pukekohe High School coming in.
And Haiti Steffens from Waimea College just finished Oh, great finish. Sprinting down to the finish now. And that's a Craighead girl, Elsie Talbot from Craighead Dyson. And that is Monica McDonald.
And Bailey Ellery from Opahee College.
And there's another visitor from the United States, Sunset.
We've had the Australians visit to
Yeah.
run the Nationals before, but this
Yep.
is the first time we've had a school from
Americans.
America.
Yeah, pretty cool. Bit more competition for the
Bianca
girls.
Enright from Tauranga Girls College in the Bay of Plenty coming across the line there. So pretty impressive first race
Yeah,
of
very
the
impressive.
46 national secondary
Yeah,
schools.
Very
there, Tessa.
amazing, yeah. Awesome
So
to
what are the
watch.
highlights of that race for you?
Bella Earl just straight
yeah.
to the front, just knew what she wanted to do and just
Yeah.
executed her race plan perfectly.
It's always awesome to see the starts of these races. You
Yeah.
feel the ground shake under your feet and all those
Definitely.
kids just taking off
Yeah,
like there's no tomorrow. And
yeah.
And the great thing is, when you've got this first race, you're in this first race, it's all over, so you
Yep.
can start to enjoy the day
Yeah,
ahead of you.
They'll be able to watch all the races without being nervous. And that is Isabella Inglis from Craighead. So I've seen quite a few Craigheads.
And there's
coming in.
another one of our athletes from Sunset. We're just seeing in another camera shot. 5. So Ashley Yoshi, we see her coming up one of the final hills. Should be in the last 600 metres or so of her race today.
And here are the unofficial results for the Year 9 girls race, with Bella Earl taking the win, Kennedy Taylor in second, Samantha Fuchs in third, Eliza Squire fourth.
Yeah, in 5th place, Wellington Girls College, Amy McCarty, Armani Tohaya from Pukekohe High School, Catherine Lund in 7th from Columba College, Zara Geddes from St Hilda's Collegiate, in 8th, Cassie Wood from Dyson School for Girls, in 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Molly O'Sullivan from Wellington Girls College. So it looks like it could be quite competitive in those teams races.
Yeah, definitely. See two of the Wellington girls in there in the top 10, so yeah.
Another girl from Opahee College coming across the line there. And that's Emma Anso from South Canterbury's Opahee College. Yep. So we're about to interview our top 3 finishers, folks, out there around New Zealand. So stay tuned. We've got our top 3 from the Year 9 girls about to be interviewed post-race. Got a winning time or no? I love this course, Tessa. What do you think? Have you run
I really
around it?
like it. Yep, I went for a jog around it and it's very nice. I've been very jealous of.
Yeah, you
to
said
get
to me
race
before
it.
that this is your type of course. You
Yeah,
would've-
yeah, I would really enjoy this course.
Good
So
combination of
Yeah.
hills and flat.
yeah, will be
Yeah.
definitely good for the track runners, but
Yeah.
you've got to have that strength for the hills. So got to be an all-rounder.
Yeah, I think, there's some pretty sharp little ascents there, and I think, running down the hills where typically, you want to relax a little
Yeah.
bit and you can really keep that
Yeah.
pace on. And,
Yeah.
it's an excellent all-round course
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
kids today. So we're going live to our first interview with Craig Motley, the event manager today, with Bella Earl from Whangarei Girls High School, your national Year 9 girls champion for 2019.
So I've got Bella Earl with me from Whangarei Girls High School, who's just placed first in that race. Bella, can you just tell us how the race unfolded for you?
Good. It was quite hilly.
So how did you find the course? Did you like it? Is it different to what you experienced up north?
It was kind of the same.
Excellent. And who can you tell us a little bit about your training and who coaches you?
Ian coaches me, and yeah.
Cool. That's Ian Babe. Excellent. Cool. So how many times a week are you training with him?
I think 3 maybe.
And any messages that you want to give out to anybody on the live stream?
No.
Cool. Thanks, Bella. And next we've got Kennedy Taylor. Kennedy just finished second in the Year 9 girls race, and she's from Southland Girls, so we've got place getters from both ends of the country. So Kennedy, how did the race unfold for you?
Good. I thought I had like an okay start. I was up near like the front bunch and then just picked my way up.
Excellent. And what did you think of the course compared to some of the courses you run down south?
It was pretty good. The hills were a bit hard, but yeah, it was quite a nice race.
Cool. And anything you want to say to anybody out there who might be watching?
Well, thank you to my coach, Lance, and my parents, and yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Kennedy. You go do a cool down. Next, we've got Sam Fuchs from Wakatipu High School, who finished third in the Year 9 race. Hi, Sam. I think you have a pretty good rivalry with Kennedy. I think it's pretty even on the track, but she might just have you on the cross country.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, she's good. Bit of a rivalry, definitely. Yeah,
It's good having someone in Southland that's close to your level to be able to compete with.
yeah, it's real nice. It's just keeps going fast.
Excellent. And what did you think of the course?
It's a bit flatter compared to what I'm used to, but I quite liked it. It was suited me, so that went well.
Excellent. And anyone you want to say anything to while you're on the live stream?
Oh, thanks to my coach, Neville Britton, and family, and just the club.
Thanks a lot, Sam. And that's us from the Year 9 race. So we'll be away to the Year 9 boys race very shortly.
So, folks, that concludes the 2019 Year 9 girls race. Thanks to my co-commentator Tessa here from Wellington, and it was a great first race to start these championships.
Yep, it was awesome.
And we're looking forward to bringing you some team results really shortly, and so stay tuned for those. And we're not far away from Paul Dominikovic coming back as your start commentator for the Year 9 boys, which is the next race.
So here we are with 3 minutes to go now to the start of the Year 9 boys race, kicking off at 11 o'clock. And I have with me former New Plymouth Boys High School champion runner Chris Devaney out of East Michigan University now. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, Paul. Good morning, viewers.
So, Chris, just thinking back to you, you ran 5 nationals, including a Year 9. Which was your Year 9, Chris?
Year 9, 2013 in Christchurch.
Now, that was over the Horswell Quarry, was it?
That's right, yep.
So tell us a little bit about that race.
Yeah, so I remember being really nervous before it. It's definitely new for a lot of these athletes because there isn't a huge cross-country scene in primary and intermediate in New Zealand, so it's quite new. The field's big, and I just remember being really nervous, but as soon as the gun went off, I was fine.
So again, that's what we're thinking. We're just trying to get through to the start, get out of our block, stay on your feet, and hit that first hill hard. Do you think?
That's right. Yep. Just get around that first bend, get comfortable, and then just start grinding from there.
Now, I've seen you do a few laps of the course. What's your take on the Ashbury Park course?
Yeah, so I really like the starting straight and turn. It stays nice and wide, so the athletes won't have too much trouble staying on their feet, and there won't be too much pushing around. And then obviously 400 metres in, there's that steep hill, which will be really cool.
So you're calling it a steep hill. How much will that take out of the legs of the runners?
Well, initially they'll be running on a lot of adrenaline, so I don't think they'll feel it a lot on the first lap. I think they'll be still sort of getting in the swing of things, but certainly for, coming around that second time, about 1,500 metres in, they'll be feeling it then for sure.
And am I right in saying it's that last hill that's actually the hardest hill?
Yes, yeah. So they come. It's a bit of you get a little bit of false confidence coming around that flat area, and then that last little hill before the finish that I think will be tough. That they'll be fine. They'll push through it, and then it's just a strong finish from there.
Now we're zooming in on some of the runners here. I can see Timaru Boys High runners in the blue there. Who else can you see there, Chris?
Looks like some Sacred Heart
on the right-hand
athletes
side
on the
of the
right-hand
screen.
side of the picture.
Yeah, they're always strong.
I think I can see a Scots College boy in there as well.
So what we're actually seeing here is just over half of the course. That tape on the left is not the edge of the course. It's splitting the runners in half, and that goes out about, well, it's probably about 60 or 80 metres, Chris.
Yeah, yeah.
So just trying to keep the fields apart. Unfortunately, boys do fall over. Athletes fall over at the start of a race, and just really want them to hold their lines and just relax, really. Hard thing to do. Boys have been training for this for a long time, and there's a lot of excitement out there.
Yeah, certainly standing on that line it seems like an eternity. It's only a couple of minutes, but it does take a while.
Yeah, there's a few sort of jogging up and down and bouncing on the spot. Best to keep moving as much as you can. So I think we just heard the on your marks. And there they are, they're away. So pretty hard to identify, boys. They're slightly larger field. This is Sacred Heart runners just in front of us in the blue and red horizontal. Saw them at the Lovelock Tours yesterday at Timaru Boys High School.
Looks like Westlake there on the left-hand side of your picture now. Yeah,
Westlake had the inside running there. And we just lose them for a little bit as they head up towards the down the main straight. There we go. We've got a wide angle of them coming around the corner. And let's say about 250 metres here, so it is a wide tapering straight. And the course just gets progressively narrower as we go around the corner. Any schools in there you can recognise, Chris, up the front?
Looks like a Grammar boy leading, but I'm not too sure.
So Westlake boy in third.
Westlake.
Sacred Heart boy in the blue and red again in seventh place or so. There's a few Sacred Heart lads up there. A few Westlake boys. That could have been a Napier Boys High student in there. See some Timaru boys going past.
So you can see they're hitting that first hill about 400 metres in. It's steeper than it looks on the picture for sure.
Yeah, it's a lovely run on a casual jog through the park, but today there's nothing casual about anything they're doing. You can see a number of barefoot boys out there as well, always good to see. So, looks like Gregory Clark from Westlake Boys High School is in the mix there, possibly in about third place at this stage. Coming through thick and fast. There are a lot of Sacred Heart, a lot of Westlake boys there. Looking for the Christchurch boys, had a big team here. And they're winding their way up and down the hills again. So this is the second of the climbs. Good crowd support in there. They're actually stringing them out a little bit there, so the pace is obviously on. So in first place at the moment is Luca Everett out of Wellington College.
And in second place, we've got Jack Hunter out of Wairarapa College.
Next, we see up there James Ford, King's College in the maroon top.
As you can see, the Westlake runners are coming through now. They're looking strong in terms of team placing.
Seeing some Christchurch boys runners. There's some New Plymouth runners, Sacred Heart going through.
Oh, it is when it's got
Boys, more Wellington College boys coming through there.
Does it self-adjust, does it?
And here they come to the jump. First 2 or 3 boys is clearing that. I wonder if they'll be stepping on that later on the course. Can see in there Cameron Maunder from Westlake Boys High School. And James Ford from King's College. There he is in the, I think James is in about 4th place there. Luca Everett there is just coming past the official on our camera, and he has a small lead from Wellington College, but certainly not a breakaway there. So that's Jack Hunter, Wairarapa Boys College, Wairarapa College there. He's just sitting on Luca right through the 1K mark. So they'll be thinking about that last lap and getting some straights in them before the hills again.
So
Chris, is this a recovery time for the runners, or is it go, go,
no,
go?
It's all go in this 3K race. Yep, it's definitely all go from here. Just in 4th place there, that's James Ford out of King's College. This is actually his first year running cross country. He's our North Highland 800 metre and 1500 metre champ.
Cool
so
shots with this,
it'll be interesting to see how he goes on the grass.
Any teams sort of standing up? I know that's Christchurch Boys High there with the blue and black and the yellow across their backs. We're seeing a few of their runners together. And there's our leading group of 4 now, just gone off the screen, and perhaps 3 chasing, including Scots College.
It's a New Plymouth Boys High School boy there coming through. That's Luke Eggers.
Luke's older brother Thomas will be running in the senior boys later today.
So that's Aaron. I've got another camera somewhere else. There's 4 cameras. I'm number 3.
They are stringing out, Chris. I thought they'd be a bit tightly bunched, which to me suggests the pace is really on.
Yep, looks like it.
Good. So we've upped it. Well, it's not so much me, it's Tristan and Sarah doing this, but I just come and help out.
So as we've got a little bit of a break in here, time to have a bit of a change in the commentary booth. Time to bring in Angie and Tonga. So Angie, take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much. The boys are running really well out there today. As you say, a really steady pace right from the start, looking very strong. Luca still looking in the lead.
Yeah, they're looking good. They've been running well so far. Yeah, strong pace from the start. Being pushed along quite nicely.
We'll just wait to see the front camera shot and see how many of them are leading at the moment together. So coming down the hill, looks like Luca's still in front. We've got Luke Eggers from New Plymouth Boys High School right up there too.
Strong hill, it's a good hill down here. Can get some good pace running. Boy from Westlake Boys here. 782, Cameron Maunder from Westlake Boys High School. Jack Hunter from Wairarapa College. They're looking good.
Yeah, looks like they've pulled away.
Halfway into the race, looking good. Big pack coming in here.
Yeah, so what do you think of this course, Taonga, like being from Timaru?
Yeah, it's a great course. A lot of variability in the way it's been laid out. A lot of flat, but also a lot of hills to break some people up.
Right, yeah. So do you think that boys that prefer the hills will like this course, or is it more of a
I think so.
track
I think
runners?
if you're strong, you can do anything, I think. So
Yeah.
a lot of boys coming through now. Westlake boys in there. See some guys from Sacred Heart as well. More Westlake boys runners here.
Yeah, everyone's
up the
pushing
hill.
hard.
Tough hill, this one.
Biggest event of the cross-country calendar for all these boys, so
Yeah, for sure. A lot of these guys, this will be their first national cross-country race, so they'll be nervous for sure.
Yeah,
More Westlake boys runners there.
Yeah, good that the rain's still holding off at the moment, so the conditions not too bad here.
Yeah,
Ashbury Park.
Yeah, the ground's hard, so hopefully it doesn't get too soft for the rest of the races.
Awesome. Yeah, so about halfway through the race at the moment, the boys will be feeling a lot of pain now.
Yeah, it's a tough time in the race. Just got to get your head down and.
We've got
head
Connor
down
Brace
and
from New
ground.
Plymouth Boys High School running a really strong race.
For sure.
297. Luke Eggers holding on there at the back of the course.
Going over the first hurdle now. This will be tough for the legs now. This is Cameron Maunder from Westlake Boys High School, clears it nicely.
Yeah, some good hurdling going on there.
Yeah, it's good. Future seekers.
Will anyone not jump there?
The athletes have an option to run wide, but it looks like no one's taking that so far.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of them are just jumping it completely without even putting a foot on top, so
Yeah.
might be some good steeplechasers out here.
Yeah. Keep an eye out on them in the future.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Come on, Jamie. Come on, Jamie.
Come on, Kalani.
A lot of support out here today as well.
Good on you.
Good to see.
Yeah, I think the steeple barriers will definitely break up some of the cross-country runners over the track runners. I know myself, I was never very good over the barriers.
Yeah, it takes a lot of strength, especially late in the race.
Let's go, Leo.
I know they all look like they're managing it really well.
Second, keep going. Very well, Leo.
Not too much mud around. It looks like, oh, there might have been almost a fall there, but he managed to stabilise.
Thankfully. Some an athlete from Sacred Heart there. Some Westlake boys as well. They're strong for their teams.
Yeah, Timaru boys coming through. Be local course for them. I'm sure they ran around this
For
many
sure.
times. It looks like they could be doing all right for the teams event. There's quite a lot of them there.
Yeah.
Come on, Anton. Keep going.
Cameron Maunder here, keeping good lead from Westlake Boys High School. He's got about 500 metres to go now. He's looking strong going
Really
up the last
strong,
hill.
grinding up this hill.
Jack Hunter from Wairarapa College chasing him in second place.
And we've got Daniel Prescott in third place from St Thomas of Canterbury. Christchurch
strong.
boy looking really
Looking
strong.
Wellington College athlete here. Luca Everett looking strong as well. Holding the top 5 so far.
Yeah, all these last few coming up to the final turn now. Still taking the lead.
He's looking strong, finishing. Good sprint.
Over the smaller barrier.
Cameron Maunder from Westlake Boys High School, likely to take out the boys, Year 9 boys race, 3 kilometre race.
About 20 metre lead here. Look like he's going to hold on to this win. Very strong
He's looking
run.
strong. The boys from Westlake.
A quick look back.
They love
50
to
metres
run.
to go.
Arms in the
Celebrating
air.
already.
It's looking good.
Good on him. A really gutsy race out there today.
Love to see it. Awesome work, man.
Awesome. Looked around just under 10 minutes 30 there for the 3K course.
Great time for this course as well.
The boys coming in, holding on to a
5,
good
4,
position.
6.
Daniel Prescott, St Thomas of Canterbury.
Great race.
Elliot Pugh coming in from Bethlehem College in bare feet there, it looks like.
King's College, couple Westlake boys coming in as well. Luca Everett.
Wellington College, got some Timaru boys there.
Max Polland from St Patrick's College.
Some good sprint finishes. Every placing makes a difference. These boys are doing really well, taking it right to the line.
507 St Patrick's College, Josh Jordan. Looking good as well. Great finish.
Trying to get them away from the line so that the boys can come through.
Yeah. Can get a bit clustered in there. Westlake boys looking good for the 3-man team. They look to have a few in the top
These
10.
boys
I'm
look like
pretty
they're giving it everything.
408 there. Leo Hilton from Sacred Heart.
And they've got John O'Brien from Hamilton Boys High School. Charlie Bailey was 78 from Christchurch Boys High. Cameron Murray from St John's College. Quinn Boyle from Hamilton Boys High School.
165 Miller Morton from the Hauraki Plains College.
Sam Gregory, New Plymouth Boys High School, coming in strong.
Great sprint finish from him.
Harper Ubegia, Wellington College. Sorry, not very good at my pronunciation there.
Sacred Heart College there as well.
Etutahi Downs from Tauranga Boys College.
Another Westlake finisher coming in there.
George Davey, Wanganui High School. Josh Luce, Christchurch Boys High School. All these boys coming in really fast now.
Great sprint finishes here. Love to see it.
You can see these boys really giving it everything to get every placing they can. Antone Cresswell, New Plymouth Boys High School.
Another sprint finish there.
Burnside High School, James Anderson just crossed the line. That was Daniel Shaw of Westlake Boys High School. All these boys giving it everything today on this 3K course here in Timaru as the rain looks like it's just about to come in.
What did you think of that race now that we're 13 minutes into the...
Yeah, I think they all ran really well. I think, the boys committed it to it from the start, and then they broke away and just really held on tough in the middle of the race where it really counts and pulled through to a good sprint finish.
Yeah, I like the way Cameron Maunder raced from Westlake Boys High School, pushed from the start.
Yeah, that's right.
Made the rest of the boys hurt, and it's paid off for him, national champion in his first race.
That's right. It's an exciting thing to win your first national title, first high school high school title. So yeah, for the whole
awesome.
of New Zealand, he should be very proud.
Yeah. Final finish is coming in now, 13 minutes into the race.
So Tonga, do you think the rain will be affecting the athletes in the next races to come?
Yeah, for sure. The grass will be a lot wetter, and the underfoot conditions will be a lot softer as well. So maybe a change of spikes might be.
Yeah. What middle spikes do you need? 6 mil track spikes any good? Or?
I think 6s would be fine for the first few races, but if the rain continues and the grass gets a bit more sloshy, it might be worth putting in some 9s.
That's right. Do you remember your Year 9 race?
I didn't actually race in Year 9, but...
Okay, here are the results coming up. So Cameron Maunder from Westlake Boys High School. Yep, so these are just provisional results at the moment, so still needs to be finalised.
Cameron Maunder, first place from Westlake Boys High School. Jack Hunter from Wairarapa College. Daniel Prescott from St Thomas of Canterbury College.
Yeah, and then we've got Elliot Pugh from Bethlehem College. James Ford from King's College, and in 6th place we have Roman Matson from Westlake Boys High School.
Etienne Cologne from Westlake Boys High School, they're looking good for the 3-man team with 3 in the top 10.
Yeah, top 7.
Luke Everett from Wellington College, Thomas Duffy from Sacred Heart College in Auckland, and Benjamin O'Brien from King's College to round out your top 10.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of the North Island teams have done well here, but we had a Canterbury boy in the top 3 with Daniel Prescott.
Great race from the boys. They ran well.
That's right. So Cameron Morden will be one to watch upcoming races in the future, as well as all these boys out there today doing their absolute best.
Yeah, they ran well.
So if you stand over there in first, second, and third order, you'll be right.
Cameron Maunder, Auckland Secondary Schools champion, first Year 9. As junior boys in his first Year 9. Great race from him.
So we're just standing by for Angie Petty. She's going to interview the top 3 boys from that Year 9 boys race. So we're looking for Cameron, Jack and Daniel, just getting them organised outside the tent. Just those results on screen, we think they're accurate. There's some crazy sprint finishes, and we've got to go off the transponders, and they're not available yet. So we're getting ready to cut to Angie right now.
It was hard.
Yeah. So how did you find the course here at Ashbury Park?
It's really nice. I like going up the hills and getting a chance to run over a couple hurdles in the doing it.
Awesome, yeah. So how did it unfold? Did you go hard from the start, or we saw you definitely come through around the middles?
Not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting to be a bit further back at the start. Had a nice start, just try to hang in, and then go midway through.
Oh, it was an awesome race. And were you a bit nervous in the last few hundred metres if you could hold on, or you knew that you had it?
I knew he was always going to be coming from behind. He was always going to come for me. Just try to keep him back as much as possible.
It was amazing racing out there. So who are you coached by, and what's your training group like?
Mr. Stryden. He's an amazing coach. He's always very inclusive, with everybody all coming together and just running, doing our thing.
So how many of you are in the squad? Is it a school group?
Yeah, there's 19 year 9s here, with another 20 or so back at home.
Yeah, so I see that there's about 3 of you guys in the top 7 today for the teams event, so you must be stoked to take out the team's title.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So what going forward, what's your next goal?
Just to do it all again next year, the future races.
Awesome work out there today, great running, and we'll see you again next year. Hey Jack. So well done out there today, Jack. How did you find the course?
It was really good. It was nice and hilly. It was beautiful weather for running. Yeah.
It's just a little bit of drizzle. You didn't seem to mind that. At least the rain held off. So how did you feel in the race right from the start? Can you tell us how it unfolded?
It was good. It was a good start. I got off in the front pack the whole way, and then first place got away, which was pretty unlucky, but it was good.
I'm pretty happy to be, second in the country for your first national cross country for school. So what's your training setup like? Do you have a coach here today?
Yeah, Miss James, who's an amazing coach who, she just believes in me 100%.
The school coach? Yeah, so how many in your training group here today?
7 of us.
Yeah, and were you in the teams event as well? You have 7 in Year 9 boys? Or? Oh, okay, just you out there today, representing your school really well. Congratulations, and what's next going forward for you?
Just come back and do really well again next year.
Well done today. Hi, Daniel, congratulations out there today. How did you find the course?
Oh, it was a pretty good course. It was quite undulating. It went up and down the hills.
So you didn't mind the hills out there?
No, they're pretty good.
Yeah, awesome work. So how did you feel? Please tell us how the race unfolded for you. Did you have a race plan going into it, or you just took it from the gun and see how you felt?
I just went out there and tried to do well. The start was quite far back in the pack, so I had to pass a few people to get where I got.
Yeah, so you had a really strong finish. You must have been really happy. Had you been practicing this course much leading into it, being a Canterbury boy?
No, this is the first time I've been on the course, just before the race.
Yeah, and what's your coaching setup like?
What was that?
What's your coaching setup like? So do you have a coach here today with you?
Yes, my coach is Sam McLean. I'd like to thank him. Yeah.
Awesome work out there. Great running, and all the best for your upcoming races.
Thank you.
Cool.
So folks, you're back with Jason Cameron and Tonga here from Ashburton College. That was your former school, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was racing in the senior boys last year in Taupo. That was a fun race.
And you were sixth in that race, weren't you?
Yeah, I finished sixth. Yeah, surprising, but yeah, it was a great race for sure.
Got a bit of rain starting to fall here, but it's still not too cold.
Yeah, not too cold. Hopefully the rain doesn't affect the race too much.
And looking forward to a start in our junior girls race over 3,000 metres.
Yeah.
A couple of minutes away here. So what's the tactics, Tonga, in this first 300-400 metres in a race like this?
I think it's important not to go out too hard. Go out fast, but not too hard. The first hill is it's pretty steep, so you don't want to be filled with lactic by the time you get there, because it'll be a long 3 kilometres.
And it's quite a 42-metre start box, and it's quite a wide lane there for the athletes, and picking a line is really important too, isn't it?
And just committing to it as well. We don't want too many collisions out here.
So we've seen a couple of races, you know, these races typically pretty fast out of the blocks.
Yep.
You know, athletes want to set the pace right from the start.
Yep.
So you've also got to pace yourself through a race like this, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 3 kilometres can be long, especially on a course like this one. You don't want to use all your energy in the first kilometre or the first 400 metres even.
And as we look to the start line there, we can see lots of schools represented there, and some schools there with some pretty decent numbers.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
It's not only about the individual racing, eh?
Yeah, the 3-man and 6-man teams will be very important. Just about to kick off now.
And we're underway, and the ground shakes. This is one of the most exciting events that you'll see in the cross-country calendar in New Zealand.
People out good, running well.
Some good crowd numbers out there today as well,
Yeah, it's
Tonga.
good to see. It's great to see some good support for the sport of cross-country.
This has got all of the kind of qualities of a world cross-country course, I feel, because it's got you got some testing little hills there and some flat running and descents.
Yeah, I had the privilege of representing New Zealand at the World Cross Country Champs in Denmark this year, and yeah, this course is, I guess it's pretty similar. There's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs, but some flat to break the runners apart.
Yeah, the organisers have done a great job here in finding something really testing for the athletes here, as we see a couple of athletes just made perhaps 3-4 metre break there, but it's still pretty tight. And going into that first hill, and it's probably the longest hill in the course, the first one.
Yeah, longest and the steepest.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want. I don't feel you would want to attack this hill too hard.
Yeah, when I was running around yesterday, I was thinking the hills are going to test the athletes, but I think, you know, there's this. You want to relax down the hill and perhaps ease off a bit, and I think that's where you can maybe really make some gains.
Yeah, for sure. The flat and the downhills look like a good place to make moves.
So, pretty bunched still up the front.
Yeah.
As you'd expect, they've only run about 500-600 metres so far.
Yeah.
And they're doing the first 1,000-metre loop first.
Yeah.
See a couple of runners there from Wanganui Collegiate and Craighead Diocesan colours coming through there.
Local runners.
So we've got Arlo Farquhar from Green Bay High School. She's right up the front there.
We think she's leading at the moment for the junior girls 3K. Nikita Wayne from Taradale High School. And Arlo Farquhar from Green Bay High School.
737 is Maya Wilkinson from Wellington East Girls College. She was in the top 3 last year in this race in Taupo.
I believe she won the race in Taupo, so she'll be looking to go 1-2 hopefully.
I think she was second.
She was second?
Isabella Richardson from St Cuthbert's.
My
But
bad.
yeah, she was right up there. And that was Ella Barrett from Sacred Heart Girls College in New Plymouth, school of one of our fellow co-commentators, Hannah O'Connor. Madison Gray from Wanganui Collegiate's up there.
Hannah Prosser from Timaru Girls looks to be making a push with 2K to go.
Yeah, so what are the tactics here now, Taonga?
I think she's making a strong move. This is probably, if I was racing 3K, this would be where I would want to get going as well.
So this is Hannah Prosser. She's made a break of about 30 metres.
I believe she was the Aoraki champion in the intermediate girls on this course as well, so she knows it quite well.
Yeah, but a local knowledge always helps, and
Yeah, for
she's
sure.
really made a strong
move.
bid. We have Viviane Delphin from Logan Park High School. She's also up in that front bunch.
A lot of runners coming in their last lap, last 2K loop. This is when it gets tough.
So the runners, Tonga, in this race, they come from a whole lot of backgrounds, don't they? It's not only specialist runners in this event. What are some of the other sports that are represented in terms of the runners that are?
I guess a lot of soccer players. That's a pretty popular background to come from.
Hockey's a pretty sort of anaerobic
hockey,
sport as well.
Yeah, as well. They're likely to run well
And it's all about that getting out there and competing for your school and giving it your
and
all,
having
isn't
fun
it?
as well. It's important to keep the sport fun.
And these team events, I mean, they really are so prestigious, aren't they? Because you're 3-person, 6-person team, everybody counts, you know, in terms of making that effort to
for sure,
to get your highest placing possible. You see the supporters running across in front of the trees there. It's a very
awesome to see.
spectator-friendly course today,
it's
isn't
good.
it?
It's great to see. This is the front pack, I believe. See an athlete.
Do you think
from
Hannah
Wanganui.
Prosser's still out in front?
Yeah. I think that's
That
Maya
was Maya
Wilkinson.
Wilkinson,
yeah. We believe she's in the top 3 positions so far. We're not too sure. Not too sure where.
So if Hannah has gone to the front, as we saw at that start of that second lap, okay, so she's really thrown down the gauntlet, hasn't she?
And it's very important once you've made that move to commit. You've put yourself out there. It's a bit silly to back off once you've made the move, but she looks confident and thinks she'll be able to hold it. .652 Wanganui, Anna Bravin.
Yeah, and just reading on some of Hannah's family background, she's got a very multi-sport focused family. So parents do Ironman triathlons in New Zealand and across the world. So she's got a bit of pedigree, and her sister also competes. She's a triathlete. Okay, so we've got Anna Bravin. She's also up there, and she's an 800-metre specialist, but turning her attention to the cross-country today, supporting her school. And Wanganui Collegiate are always up there in those teams events.
Yeah, for sure. They bring a lot of athletes down to these national championships. 126 there. Kaya Ebel from Diocesan School for Girls.
And we had Jenna Hirschfeld from St Andrews College in Christchurch. Kayla Winiata from Maclean's College in Auckland going through there. And Alex Andres from Waikato Dawson School. Pascal Bowie from Wanganui Collegiate, so we've seen a lot of those girls going through there. And Isabel Sharp from Craighead Diocesan School in Timaru. 107. Alexandra Black from Craighead also. And Lucy Barge from the local Mountain View High School in Timaru.
Here we have Hannah Prosser coming up to the first hurdle. She's looking strong. I think she's opting to go around, which is the first I've seen today. Opting to keep her rhythm instead of breaking it up with a hurdle.
So that was Hannah, and she is the
being chased by Maya Wilkinson.
Canterbury Under-16 girls cross-country champion, and she won the Aoraki Junior Girls Cross-Country this year. 7th in this Year 9 girls race last year, so she's stepping up to the juniors today for the first time.
Maya Wilkinson running well.
And she's also a triathlete.
Yeah.
Hannah, she's won a few races, and her family are right into the sport.
Triathletes are definitely some strong athletes, and cross-country seems to suit them well.
Nice hurdling style there from 5.48.
Another athlete opting to go around
that was
the hurdle.
Bailey Siobhan from Strathland College. Under 15 New Zealand road race champion in 2018 and 20th in the New Zealand Secondary Schools girls cross country for the juniors. Summer Tanner from Bethlehem College, the sister of Sam Tanner. She's also out there today. And I'm sure Sam would have loved to have been here today, but he's actually in the States and about to run in a track race tomorrow, I believe. Sam was a champion last year, so the girls are making a great technique getting over that hurdle. Not many opting for the diversion at this stage. Okay, so we've got Hannah Prosser and Maya Wilkinson, 1 and 2 at the moment as they come to the last hill.
Maya Wilkinson here. 2nd place behind Hannah Prosser.
Very relaxed running styles from both these leading girls.
About 400 meters to go, and she looks to be chasing hard. This could be an interesting finish.
So Hannah is from Timaru, and will they get their first victory today, perhaps? On the home turf at Ashbury Park, Timaru. What an amazing venue this is. As we see all the girls heading towards
Hannah Prosser coming in to finish with Maya Wilkinson following. About 200 meters to go.
So what's the tactics from here? So I can see Maya starting to wind it up.
You've just got to lift the knees, pump
She's
the arms,
having a little look, Hannah.
She's looking strong.
And it's right down to the business end here.
Likely to take out the junior girls 3-kilometer race here today.
And who's in 3rd place? That's the big question.
We're not too
Can't
sure.
see a runner in sight yet, but Hannah Prosser is going to take out the junior girls for 2019. Wonderful run. Maya Wilkinson finishing 2nd.
3rd place runner coming in now. Just over 11 minutes in the race so far.
They're bunching up.
This could be an interesting finish.
This is awesome to see.
5.48.
And 7.46 in the middle there. She's finishing really as well.
This could be an interesting, very interesting finish.
Siobhan from Strathallan College. Caitlin Skeets from Wellington Girls College as well. Who's going to get it?
It's going to be close.
5.48 or 6.52?
I think she's taking it out.
I think Anna Bravin from Wanganui Collegiate might have got that from 5.48.
Great finish.
Was Madeline Sharp from Christchurch Girls High School.
Mackenzie Morgan from Wellington East. Summer Tanner from Bethlehem College. Great run from her.
New Plymouth Girls High, or is it
Napier Girls High School athlete coming in.
Abby Carver from New Plymouth Girls High School. Another runner from Wanganui Collegiate.
St Mary's College from Wellington.
St Mary's College. 319. Grace Foreman from New Plymouth Girls High School. Lucy Bartlett from ACG Tauranga. 569.
Another Wellington athlete coming in here.
570. Ruby Barton from Samuel Marsden Collegiate. And Marguerite Hazelhurst from Wanganui Collegiate coming in there. Amelia Green from Dawson School for Girls.
Lincoln High School athlete just finishing there.
Lincoln High School, Zoe McMeekin coming across the line there. 3.76. And that was Sarah Wilcox from Rangiu Girls School in Christchurch. 4.27. Sophia Bish from Sacred Heart Girls High School in New Plymouth. Big bunch
big finish there. Green Bay High School athlete Abby Edwards.
Paige Cromarty from Wanganui Girls College. Alice Hopkinson from Barradine College. She's just about out on her feet there, giving it her all.
An athlete from Pukekohe High School, just finishing in there, and another Wanganui athlete coming in.
Jessica Hong from Maclean's College.
Maclean's College. St. Andrews athlete coming in here.
Molly Brown from Wanganui Collegiate. Jenna Hirschfeld from St. Andrews College. Kaya Ebel from Dawson School for Girls. Maddie Kelso Heap from Dawson School for Girls.
Becky Delahart from Otago Girls High School just finished.
And Lucy Bird from Maclean's College, 6.68.
Wanganui athlete just finishing here.
Bella Marks, well done Bella. 2.9. Bri Dravitsky from Sacred Heart Girls College, so they've got good number of athletes
Sacred
up there.
Heart athletes coming in here now. Great finish.
Katie Vestal from Sacred Girls College in New Plymouth. Craighead Diocesan Girls 116 and 117. Abby Ross and Ruby Sinclair from Wanganui Collegiate. What a race, Tonga. What did you think?
Yeah, that was awesome. Hannah Prosser made a strong move, and like I said, once you make those moves, you have to commit, and she did just that, and a great way to take out the junior girls 3K today.
Yeah, that was a courageous race from her. She really just said, if you want to beat me today, you're going to have to come with me. And
gonna have to hurt as well.
Maya gave it a go.
Yeah, she did. And
who was third? Was it was a very close
yeah,
finish
we're not
for
too
third.
sure here.
Maybe Anna Brevin got
Maybe
it from
Anna Brevin
Wanganui
from
Collegiate.
Wanganui, yeah.
But really close. 107.
Yep.
So we've got our provisional results in the 3,000 metre junior girls.
Just about
Take
to
it
come
away,
in.
Tonga.
It's not on. We have Hannah Prosser from Timaru Girls High School, Maya Wilkinson from Wellington East Girls College in Wellington. I just said that. Anna Brabin from Wanganui Collegiate. We're not too sure there, but it was a close finish.
Yeah, we've got Bala Siobhan from Strathallan College in 4th place. Caitlin Skeets from Wellington Girls College in 5th place. Edie Kotchinak from St Catherine's College in 6th place.
Yep, we've got Alo Farquhar from Green Bay High School. I believe she was an early leader, so a top 10 finish for her. I should be happy with that. Madeline Sharp, I believe, from Christchurch Girls High School. A strong finish there. Morgan Flanagan from Cashmere High School in 9th place. And Mackenzie Morgan from Wellington East Girls College to round out the top 10. Wellington East looking good for the 3-man team.
So folks, out there around New Zealand, thanks for tuning into the 3,000 metre for junior girls. We've got our post-race interviews shortly to follow, where we'll be interviewing Hannah Meyer and possibly Anna, who's got 3rd place. It was a really close finish between her and Bale, but looks like Anna's got it. So looking forward to those interviews.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tonga.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm here with Hannah Prosser, winner of the Junior Girls 3,000 metre race at New Zealand Secondary Schools Cross Country. Hannah's a local girl, Timaru Girls High, a boarder there. Hannah, how'd you find the race?
It was a really tough course and lots of hills, but no, it was really fun. A really good course, yeah.
Cool. Now, I understand you're a pretty good triathlete as well, so tell us a little bit about the sort of training you're doing for your three disciplines.
Yeah, we do around 12 to 15 hours a week training for triathlon, swimming most mornings, and then either running or biking in the afternoon. And yeah, Tim Brazier is my coach for that, and he's really good.
Cool. So well done to Tim, and I guess, look, running, I think you were up 6th or 7th in the Year 9 race last year, and you've come through to win on what is basically a home course, so how good does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good, and obviously been doing lots of practice here, so yeah, that gave me a bit of an advantage, I think, the course, and yeah.
Excellent. Cool. And is there anyone that you'd like to thank or say hi to out there watching on the live stream?
Thank you to my sister for always training with me, and good luck for your race coming up soon. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Hannah. And we've got, if you walk off to the side there, we've got Maya Wilkinson here, Wellington East. Hi, Maya. How you doing? How'd you find the course?
It was good. Very up and down, lots of mixture, and yeah, it was good.
Excellent. And so what sort of training, are you in a training squad? There seems to be a whole lot of girls here from Wellington East. It's obviously a really good cross-country squad culture there.
Yeah, I really like it. My coach is Julie Richards. We train 4 times a week. It's good.
Excellent. And how did you find the course down here in Timaru?
It was up and down, just really soft ground. The hurdles really added something. Yeah.
Because I think you won the Year 9 race last year, so good to come through. You get another year as a junior, or yeah. So you'll be looking forward to Hara next year for a big race.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Cool. And anyone else you'd like to thank out there?
Thanks to my coach and just all my other East friends who gave it their best today as well.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Maya. And in third place, we've got Anna Bravin from Wanganui Collegiate. There was a lot of collegiate runners up in the teams race, so I think they were pretty happy about how they did. How did you find your race, Anna?
It was really hard to start off with because of the hills. Yeah, but then once you got used to it, it wasn't too bad.
So I know that Mr. McNabb came down and did a secret recce of the course, so and then he told me that he got you all out on the golf course at Collegiate doing some practice little hills, so did that help?
Yeah, definitely, because it kind of got us used to it and wasn't such a shock when we got out here.
And there was a huge finish. Now, I think you're a bit of a track runner, 800 metres perhaps, so your big finish to get third on the line. So did you have that waiting for you, or you just saw the finish line and decided to go for it?
I just thought I may as well go for it because I had a bit left, so yeah.
And anyone you'd like to thank out there?
Mr. McNabb for coaching us, and Mum and Dad for getting me down here, and yeah, just everyone really.
Brilliant. Thanks, Anna. And that wraps us up for the Junior Girls Under 16 3,000 metre race. Thank you.
for the junior boys. 4,000 metres this time, and in this race, of course, we have the para boys 2,000 metres, and as we pan across the runners on the start line, we're looking at a whole lot of boys here. But just wanted to point out, if you see anyone wearing a red number, they'll be a para athlete, and they're just doing the 2 laps.
See an athlete there from Tawa College. Hamilton boys there on the left of your picture. And I'd like to welcome Craig Motley to the commentary.
Thanks, Chris. Looking forward to it. Looks like we've got a fairly big field, well over 100 athletes in this one. And a number of the para-athletes out there on the left-hand side of the course. They're just doing 1 2-kilometre loop. Everybody else in the race will be doing 2 2-kilometre loops for 4,000 metres total. In the teams race, in the 6-person teams, looks like we've got Auckland Grammar, Westlake Boys, Wellington College, and Papanui High School who will be in the 6-person for the paras. There's also Wanganui Collegiate, and we expect a pretty good race here, I think, between those schools. And they're at the starters' orders, and they're away in the junior boys 4,000, para boys 2,000 metres. Big speed, big group of Westlake boys in the middle there, showing out in the white singlets.
You can see some Sacred Heart athletes in there in the middle.
Timaru boys and Roncalli in there as well, as they start merging and coming around to the first bend. It's about 300 metres into the race where they start curving left and heading towards the first of the hills.
Looks like a bit of trouble there on that bend. Looks like an athlete's gone down.
They're all up and moving again though, as they sweep along that long straight there.
You can see Westlake up the front there, a good group of them. Their team's looking strong early.
Toby Taylor from Roncalli just at the back of that bunch. A local boy who's a very good swimmer. He's staying in touch.
And they're just starting that hill there. It's about 400 metres in, and it's steeper than it looks on the picture, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, Chris. I know when some people were jogging around, I don't think you're going to win it in that first 400, but you could very well lose it if you ran it too hard. It's a fairly solid pace so far, but they're still fairly bunched once they get to the long hill next, as they sweep down past the Harlequins club rooms, and then they head up a 120 metre hill, and that'll start to sort the packs out. So they head up there. There's a few Westlake and Collegiate singlets that we can see. At the front looks like Hamilton Boys High is in there.
It's Luke Clements from Mount Abbott Grammar in the blue on the right of your picture there at the front. And on his shoulder is Sam Ideans from Christ College.
Sam, very well performed local runner. A number of Westlake singlets in there. They're looking fairly good for the teams, and Wellington College as well. So hard to tell at this stage.
Plymouth Boys Eye athlete coming past there. And we've got Onslow College just passing picture there.
So pace still on. There's Krishna from Roncalli, local athlete. It's just taking up running, and it's probably one of the first of the para athletes there coming through, running really well.
It was Logan Pennant from Roncalli College just passing by.
And here we have some of the Papanui athletes entered in the para grade. They have a 6-person teams in this grade. They always support the event. And that's Finn Walker from Papanui High.
Followed closely by Carl Tutonehuia.
So they're straight into the 2K lap. They'll be heading down the back. There's a short, steep climb over there, and then they head towards the hurdles. You can see as they're heading down over the back straight, about to approach the first hurdle. And the teams seem to be spreading out a little bit more now. There's a couple of tough little hills that aren't pictured in our camera coverage, and here they come, first hurdle.
So the athletes do have the option to take a long cut around the hurdle, but it looks like most of them are choosing to go over it.
A little surge attacking of the hurdle there by, I think it was the Hamilton boys runner. Put a little bit of a burst on. Some excellent technique being shown by some, and others just having a go at it, which is great. Not many choosing the long option.
And that's good to see.
Well done, Tom. Keep pushing, mate. Let's go well. Come on, run well. Keep going, mate.
Yeah, there's one taking the long cut. Collegiate runners there. Westlake boys.
Onslow College.
Roncalli athlete in the middle.
Looks like Sacred Heart jumping the hurdle.
Well done, Sam. Well done. Go, Sam.
There's Krishna from Roncalli coming through there in the middle. A few others taken outside.
Go, Liam.
Liam Wilcox from St. Pat's Silverstream going over. Little trip, but straight up. And we might have the first of our para-athletes coming through shortly there. I think that's Finn Walker from Papanui. And we have 260 in front. That's Luke Clements from Mount Albert Grammar. And number 163, Matthias Wetzels. I think he's got twin brother who's running as well as they head up this tough little climb. Chris, how do you find this little hill when you went over the course?
It is tough. You get that nice flat section after the bunch of hills, and then you have to go up again. But yeah, I think the athletes will attack it and come down strong before the long hill again.
Yeah, and we've got a good crowd now. Look at that. We're sort of 2 or 3 deep there in places. Everyone's found the good places to cheer as they come up the course. This is tough. They're approaching probably about a mile in. So the bottom of that hill is 400 to go on the last lap. So they're probably 1,600 in. And now they're over the last bench, and that's Matthias Wetzels from Hilton Boys High, who's putting a bit of pace through. But there's still a bunch in
Charlie
close.
in the middle there from Cashmere High School. And Sam Idian's still there from Christ College, up with the lead pack.
They appear to be the leading 4. So I'll just hand over. Paul Dominovic coming in to take over.
So right on the 7-minute mark for the lap, 3.5-minute Ks. Looking to often see the winner just duck under the 14 minutes. So Tessa, I was just thinking you often run 3K and this race is a step up to the boys for 4K. What's it like to go from a 3K to a 4K race? Does anything change for the athlete?
Yeah, it was pretty tough for me. Like, it's quite a mental game as well, just that extra K, like, because, you know, it's pretty similar pace, especially when you get older, and it just adds on that extra toughness.
Interesting, one of the things today we're doing a survey around the future of the race distances. These distances have been here for a long time as Logan Panic goes past from Roncalli College. You any thoughts there on the distance of the races?
I personally think they're pretty good as they are, but I guess we'll just have to see what the girls think, and
So here come some of the Papanui runners. Jacob Lowson from Papanui High School. They've supported this race really well, running as a team. That runner just going past, was that Logan Panic from Roncalli College there? And Josh Taylor from Wairarapa College.
So and that is Ben Murphy from St. Pat's Silverstream.
And the barefoot boy from Auckland Grammar is Hugo Swinson.
And that is Liam Wilcox from St. Pat's Silverstream.
So they've just come through the 2K there in the middle of the field. Got to go around again, and we pick up our leaders on the first hill for the second time.
See some Westlake in there. Wellington College.
I think it's a Tawa College runner in there. And Scots College just on the around that tree now at the moment.
Come on, mate.
And so some of the para athletes will be finishing now. And I can see a couple of Timaru boys, high boys there, just on the right of screen. They're just squeezing off there. Wanganui Collegiate in picture as well. And Christ College runner Sam Idens
Leading the field at the moment.
coming down the hill, looking strong. Just a wee break. Hugh Charles, Christchurch boys. They've got a strong team here today.
We'll be fine. Yeah, no, if you've got something else, it's okay. I find
Hamilton boys runner just going through there was Joseph Morgan, always a strong Super 8 school in the North Island.
We're just grabbing this corner because it's not long before it's back onto that camera anyway, so it's fine.
And this is back to the first hill on the zoom lens, so these guys are probably in 30 to 50th place, hard to tell. Wondering what they got themselves into as they go up the hill and across the carpet for the second time. See a Francis Douglas running there with the stripe across his back there. A Sacred Heart runner just coming up to the path. A few collegiate runners in there, always identified with the black stripe on the diagonal. Looking forward to seeing our American runners from Sunset in the next couple of races.
I've got quite a fast guy coming up. He's about 20 seconds off me.
The Sacred Heart boy there is Samuel Shaw.
And that is Hamish Cooks of St. Kevin's College. And
Zachary Ford there from Westlake Boys High School.
And Harry Mason of King's High School.
That's Cade Knight, Wanganui High School.
Harry Crump of Auckland Grammar School.
And Sean Peng out of New Plymouth Boys High School.
And another New Plymouth Boys High School, Sam Dixon, just coming in now.
That Auckland Grammar boy just was Ethan Finlow.
And here comes our leader, hurdling, great hurdle.
That was a great hurdle, looking confident, the Christ College boy.
In their second place.
Another strong hurdle as well. So 4, 5 and 6 going across the hurdle now from Hamilton boys. 7th place, 8, 9.
Tower College.
So just at our prize giving in cross country, for those that don't know, the top 10 get recognised. Medals for the top 3. And then we go into our teams. And so these guys are just outside the top 10 here. Hutt International Boys School there.
Jonah Seeds.
Just trying to pick up some of these numbers as they go over the hurdle. So probably in about 20th place here. So we're looking for schools' second and third runners at this stage. If you've got 3 in the top 30.
There's just a runner going around the hurdle.
So Casey Thorby that was from Taupo. Yeah, there's a few of them taking the long cut option. It's a legitimate option.
Yep.
Ian Pugh, Bethlehem College. So Christ College's Sam Idens. He's coming up to the final hill.
Pumping his arms, got about 400 metres to go.
It doesn't look like there's anyone going to stop him today.
Looking awesome.
It's halfway up that hill now. There's a bit of a flat and then down for the final jump.
And in second place,
I think that's Matthias Wetzel's from, was it Hamilton Boys? Luke Clements, Mount Albert Grammar, but there's a number of boys in here.
Sam Berry of Westlake Boys in there.
There's a medal in the top 10 here. Christian Duval from Maclean's College in the stripes there, and the Tawa College boy is Liam Wright. Coming up the hill now, Samuel Mitchum out of Hillview Christian.
And Jonah Seeds of Hibs.
And we've got a power runner finishing, but here comes our Christ College athlete. That was Zach Lappin out of Rangiora New Life School. But here is our junior boys, 4K winner, 2019. Small celebration, looking around. Sam Idens, take a bow, Christ College. Matthias Wetzel's Hamilton Boys High stops his watch, 3rd place. And Luke Clements takes the third place from a Westlake and a Grammar runner.
And Jack Julian of Wellington College.
And here's our Hamilton boy, Joseph Morgan. That's our second Hamilton boy.
And Liam Wright of Tower College just crossing
Christian
the line.
Duval just snuck in front of him from...
That is Sam Meachman of Hillview Christian School. And Jonah Seeds just from the Hibs.
And that's Ronan Kudraya from Maclean's College. Max Priest, St Peter's College out of Auckland.
And there's Adam Morgan of Hamilton Boys.
That might have been their third runner there. Alex Martin, Wellington College.
And there's Edison Stewart of St Peter's College.
Casey Thorpe, Taupo. Scott Manning, New Plymouth Boys High School.
That is Finley Hagan of Wellington College.
Hunter Gibson, Wanganui Collegiate.
And Brennan Rhodes from James Hargis.
William Johnson, St Peter's College Auckland, second runner for them that we've seen.
Quite a few Westlake boys coming in now.
Corbin O'Rourke from James Hargis finishing strong.
Oh, that's Jack McLaughlin of Wellington College.
Another Auckland Grammar boy, Edward Chatner.
Bino Shaw of Sacred Heart College.
That's Daniel Sinclair, Wanganui Collegiate. And Elliot Jones as well, the collegiate boys in there. There's another New Plymouth runner coming across the line now. Bastian Rung Hansen.
That is Drew Sutherland of New Plymouth Boys High School.
Thomas Barry, St Peter's College Auckland. Toby Tasker, King's College finishing there. And another King's College runner in Jack Mitchell.
Every
Matheson
place counts.
Fallopian from John McGlashan College.
Tobias Wetzels of Hamilton Boys.
And Samuel Shaw from Sacred Heart in Auckland.
And there's Matthew Kirkwood of Taonga Boys College.
And Harry Mason from King's High School. Ethan Dismeyer, St Peter's College in Auckland.
Hamish Coots of St Kevin's College.
Harry Crump from Auckland Grammar, just in front of Sean Peng, New Plymouth Boys. And another King's College, that's Harrison Cochran. Sacred Heart boy coming in there is Harrison O'Brien.
And we've got some Silverstream, there's Ben Murphy.
Auckland Grammar boy leading this bunch, and another para athlete finishing on the right. Couple of Grammar boys actually.
Yeah, Grammar will be one to beat.
And that's Sasha Bensley from Papanui High School in the red there coming across the line. Young fella from Nelson College struggling to finish there. Good on you, mate. And Joshua Cowan, St Bede's College from up the road. And from Kings High, that's Harry McAslan. Harry Redmond from Napier Boys High School. And Jacob Cunningham from Waitaki Boys High. So that's Seth Nizwazahazen from Mountain View High School.
That is Arthur of Wellington College. And we've got some more Wellington College and Silverstream.
They're still coming in strong.
Yeah. That is Oliver Foley of St Pat's Silverstream. Quite a few of them.
Another St Pat's, Tom Poland. New Plymouth Boys High runner coming up to the finish now. Braden Baker from New Plymouth Boys High School finishing.
And here's St Pat's Town in Wellington, Jimmy Valentine.
These boys are doing really well, finishing a strong race. You can tell by the look on their face that they're all tired and they've run their hardest, so big congratulations to them all.
Yeah, awesome. 4K race.
You can see the clock and the camera still ticking, still boys coming through.
So the winner of that race was Sam Idens of Christ College. Very good race.
Yeah, awesome race. He was very strong in the last K.
Yep, oh, here's the results on screen. So we have Sam as the winner, Matthias second.
Luke Clements from Mount Albert Grammar came in third.
And Jack Julian of Wellington College fourth.
Sam Berry from Westlake Boys High School was fifth. So that's the top 5 for the junior boys 4,000 metre race.
And just unofficially trying to get the power results through, looks like Nathan Carter out of Darfield High School was the first of the power athletes across the line. Remember, they run 2,000 metres. So we got the top 10 on screen. Of course, these results are provisional. And obviously number 6 is incorrect. So we'll see if we can look at that.
And soon up next we'll have the interviews with the top 3, so stay tuned for that. And that is the updated result, Joseph Morgan in 6th place from Hamilton Boys High School.
So we're going to cross to Angie Petty in under a minute for the interviews for the top 3, if we can round those guys up, Sam, Matthias and Luke, see how they're feeling and what their emotions are after our junior boys 4,000 metres. Boys' names.
Or should we just do the one now? Or? Okay.
Junior boys, just in the last race there, can we have the they should be black 10 just past the finish line for your interview? So that's
Cool, so we've got Luke Clements here from Mount Albert Grammar, 3rd in the junior boys cross country today. Congratulations. How did you find it out there? Can you please tell us how the race unfolded?
Real tough, really fast start, real quick. I think I just tried to hang on. I actually slipped on a corner on the first lap, which kind of like just put me down a bit, but managed to get back up and hold on to 3rd.
Really muddy in that corner, or what? Just kind of too many boys at once?
Just not careful enough, I think. Quite all the nerves and stuff, you're just focusing on running hard.
Yeah, so you're still pretty happy with your top 3 finish though. How did you go here last year? Well, in the cross country last year?
Good junior last year, real tough. So many top guys, they're all mostly senior now. Yeah, I got 9th in that, which was insane. Very happy.
Incredible to be top 10, but then to come here today and to get that 3rd spot. So can you please tell us a little bit about your training and your coach setup?
Yeah, my coach is James Kugler. He's from up in Auckland. Yeah, we do quite a lot of mileage and stuff just to get the good aerobic, and then yeah, just some speed.
So do you train 7 days a week, or?
You try to, I think, but I do like my rest days.
Yeah, good on you. You deserve a rest day after that, that's for sure. Well done. Congratulations, and all the best for your upcoming races.
Yeah, thank you, Ange.
No worries. Stuff out there. Yeah. To Congratulations, Nathan, winner of the Para Boys out there today. How did you find the race?
Very good, not too bad at all.
Awesome. And so how was the training leading into this? Did you know that you're in good shape?
Yes, I am in good shape.
Yes, you obviously did very well out there. How did you find the course with the hills up there today?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Awesome. And you gave it everything right to the finish line?
Yes.
That's good. So what's next for you?
I'm going to McDonald's after your race, then I'm going to the pool.
Oh, good on you. You deserve a good celebration after that. Congratulations, national champion in the Para Boys. Good work. Nice stuff. Good work. Yeah, okay. congratulations out there today, Sam. Winner of the junior boys 4K cross country. How did you feel out there?
It was a really tough race. Like, hands, well done to the team for putting out a great course. Like, that pushed me, and I think everyone out there pushed me to my ability. And like, don't know what happened in the end. Just really happy with my work. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So you took the lead at about the 3K mark, was it? And you're obviously feeling good. Was it your plan to kind of hold back a wee bit and then really go for it in the last K?
Yeah, I thought I'd just like maybe just push myself at the hard start and see what happens at the end, and came out, worked out pretty well, and just tried to stay with them, the guys at the front, and they worked really hard to keep me there. So yeah.
Yeah. So you obviously been training really well, and what's your coaching setup like? In Christchurch.
We do a couple of speed sessions a week and try to get out to the hills a bit, but not too much of that. Just go for some long runs and yeah.
Get some good mileage in, and you enjoy running on the track as well, obviously.
Yeah, track's probably prefer track a bit better. No hills and that, so yeah, no, it's really good. Yeah.
And anyone you'd like to give a shout out to or thank for this?
Probably Mr. Christie, my coach. He's probably worked me pretty hard over the years, and Rich Small was out there giving me a good run. So yeah, and all the boys who raced, they did really well. So yeah.
So obviously you probably miss some of your training partners that have gone over to the States on scholarships, and look up to them for inspiration.
Yeah, we'll see where it takes me and see what happens. Yeah.
Congratulations, awesome running out there, and all the best for your upcoming races.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, you must be stoked.
Welcome back. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Tessa.
And at the moment we have the senior girls 4K and para girls 2,000 metres lining up on the start line.
Just doing their final stride outs before the gun goes in 2 minutes.
As you can see, there's quite a big field today here for the senior girls race.
Yep, this is the biggest girls field of the day, so yep, will be a good race. This race is especially important because it is the qualifying year for the 2020 Worlds in Slovakia, so all these girls will be gunning to make it into
they'll be wanting a good hard race.
Yep.
They will choose the 6-man team individually and a 6-man school team to go to Samarin in Slovakia to compete.
So just on our screen we can see Charlie Miller in the 537. Just panning, there's Wanganui Collegiate, Sarah Lambert at the front. Oh, I can see Amy Ferguson. St. Cuthbert's, they went to Worlds last year in Paris. And there is Sacred Heart Girls College, Hannah's old school. And there's Esther Kosniak.
We also have 7 girls from Sunset Distance from San Francisco here competing in the senior girls race.
Yeah.
So that will be awesome for our senior girls to compete against some international competition.
Yeah. And just saw Wellington East Girls College as well. We've got Kirsty Ray. Quite excited to see her race.
Yeah, Kirsty's a very strong runner.
Yep.
Everyone's excited to watch how she races today.
She was just at the IAAF World Cross Country Champs in Denmark and placed 17th. So it'll be pretty amazing to see her run.
Lots of fast runners in this race today, though.
Yeah, a lot. She'll have still some competition. There's a lot of good runners.
It will be very difficult to make the top 10 today.
Yeah.
So many runners running fast at the moment.
Yeah, so top 10 will make it to the Australian Cross Country Champs in
August sometime.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
And I think the race is in Adelaide this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So that will be a nice course.
Oh, and there they've go.
Started. You can see Charlotte Floodsworth Ryan from Sacred Heart.
Yep. And there's Marley Carrefour with a good start. Sarah Lambert.
Yeah, Sarah Lambert starting off fast.
And there's Sunset in the orange singlet.
There they go. They're all still bunched up.
So that's a 200-metre straight.
You can see Sarah Lambert from Wanganui Collegiate and
With
Charlie Miller from St. Peter's up the front there.
There's Liliana Braun in there in the maroon singlet.
And Isabella Richardson from St. Cuthbert's up there as well. Charlie Miller and Sarah Lambert, though, up the front.
You can see the 2 Wellington East singlets of Marley and Kirsty tucked in there.
There we go. Charlie Millis up the front, taking the pace out hard early on.
Just heading up the first hill now. On the second lap, the legs will really start burning, so just got to conserve.
Just watch as they all work their arms and make their way up the hill.
Very bunched at this stage. And we just see Kirsty Ray on the left and Charlie Miller on the right. Emma Douglas in the middle from Wellington Girls College.
Looking very relaxed at the start of this race, just coming down the first little hill.
There's Charlotte in the red.
So Kirsty Ray's making her way up onto Charlie Miller now.
Yes, I am.
There's Olivia Cummings just in the middle there.
There's a big bunch of girls in the middle of the field coming down the hill.
Seeing quite a few Wanganui Collegiate singlets, the blue with the black stripe down the middle.
There's Charlie Miller from St. Peter's School, taking it out hard from the start.
Kirsty Ray, 733, and Izzy Richardson, you can just see there in the green.
And Sarah Lambert from Wanganui Collegiate is up there in about 4th place, 3rd place.
Everyone's looking very comfortable. There's Esther Kosniak.
Rebecca Baker from Wanganui High School.
There's Chloe Brown
Eva
and Bella
Pringle.
Brown.
There's a lot of named runners up the front here today.
That is Lydia Robinson of Rangiroa Girls' School just coming in now.
Amelia O'Connell from Kurani College.
Tessa Honeyfield of Sacred Heart Girls' College. There's Emma Hamilton coming in now.
Another Sunset runner. New Plymouth Girls High School, Holly Sutherland coming through. Maria Gardner from Sunset Distance Club.
And that is Alexis with her from Sunset Distance Club. So they're just heading around the loops, the hill loops, so yeah.
They're starting to spread out now, it looks like. We're at the first hurdle of the first 2K
So
lap.
you can just see in the top right corner, Charlie Miller just striding down the back home straight.
There she is, Charlie Miller, with a little lead over Kirsty Ray. And Amy Ferguson's up there as well from Rotatuna Junior High.
There is Samantha Corbett just going past now.
They're coming over the first hurdle. There's Charlie Miller and Kirsty Ray.
Great hurdling technique from both of the runners.
Awesome. There's Amy Ferguson coming over the jump next.
Leading the second pack. Oh, and there's
Sarah Lambert. Liliana Braun from Kashmir.
Izzy
doing
Rich
well.
is in there.
Rebecca Baker from Wanganui High School.
Olivia Cummings. There's Bella and Chloe Brown from St. Cuthbert's.
Eva Pringle from St. Andrews. Brianna Lee's
There's
there.
Samantha Corbett. Oh, Amy Walker just is looking good.
They're all jumping pretty well over this hurdle.
Some more St. Cuthbert's runners.
Crystal Clark from McLean's.
There's Macy Hilton from Barradine College. Caitlin Bassett from Wellington East Girls College.
A few of the girls are taking the option of going round these hurdles. There's Tessa Honeyfield from Sacred Heart Girls College, New Plymouth, just jumping over the hurdle. They're
There's
doing
Emma
really well.
Hamilton of
Oh, yeah.
St. Cuthbert's.
There's Amy Ferguson.
So Kirsty Ray and Charlie Miller have just passed
Past
the screen.
yep. Liliana Braun. There's Jemima from St. Peter's as
Yep.
well, so that's looking good for St.
Yeah.
Peter's in the teams event.
Definitely. Esther Kosniak just there.
There's Kirsty Ray just
Yep.
up the front, just up that hill already.
Yeah, they're striding up the hill. There's Marley Carl Ford, Rebecca Baker in there, Izzy Rich.
Yeah. This hill is a very
Saskia
steep one as well.
from Wellington East.
You can see the arms working as they stride up the hill. Olivia Cummings is in that pack as well. Natalia Carter from Barradine.
These girls will be gunning to make the top. Oh, there's Kirsty Ray.
Kirsty Ray. They both cleared the little jump coming down that little hill.
Looking very relaxed. This is about almost at halfway, so.
Almost finished the first 2K
Yeah.
loop. With one more to go.
Kirsty's looking very strong. So is Charlie.
Yes. Looks like she's got a little gap on Charlie now, but we'll have to see. She comes around the first corner here.
Yes.
Looking very relaxed.
Yeah.
It's Kirsty Ray. Kirsty was second last year in the senior girls
To Hannah.
cross country in Taupo, so very strong runner.
Yes. There's Mia Fletcher of St. Peter's School, Sinead Garrett from Sunset in the orange,
Emma Hamilton from St. Cuthbert's College.
Shelby Johnson of Waitaki.
Emma Wilson.
Katie McGirvin of Wellington East.
Sarah Pert from St. Cuthbert's College coming through.
Ella McKee of Barradine College.
Holly Sutherland from New Plymouth Girls High School.
And Maria Gardner of Sunset Distance Club.
There's Neve Moulay from St. Andrews. Charlotte Floodsmith Ryan from Sacred Heart Girls College.
I can see Caitlin Bassett from Wellington East Girls College.
Hannah Gapes from John Paul College coming through as well. Rosie Trotter from Christchurch Girls High School.
And there's Crystal Clark of Maclean's.
Georgia Hare from the Dyson School for Girls.
Megan Foster from St Hilda's Collegiate. Oh, I can see Izzy Rich in there.
Isabel Richardson, yep. She's running very well. Some of these girls are first year senior as well, so they're...
Year 11s.
Yeah, they're younger.
Yeah, so this age group consists of year 11, 12s and 13s. There is Charlie Miller just coming round the back of the hills.
Yes, Charlie Miller's going
With
very
Kirsty
well.
Ray still leading the field.
Danielle Chin from Maclean's College coming through.
Sarah Pert of St Cuthbert's College. Katie
Katie.
McGirvin of Wellington East Girls College.
Emma Wilson from John Paul High School.
And there is the leading...
Yes.
Oh,
That's the pack just behind Kirsty and Charlie.
there's Rebecca Baker just coming now. Marley.
Is that one of the Brown twins?
Yeah,
there? Yes.
maybe Chloe Brown. There's Emma McKee of Barradine.
Another Sunset Distance runner, running very strong. Becky Kowaleski from New Plymouth Girls High School.
And you can just see Charlie crossing the screen.
They're running very well, these girls. A tough 4K course.
Yeah, very tough.
They've got just over 1.5K
Yeah,
to go.
1.5K to go.
So they're still running strong.
There's Sarah Olivia.
Is that Kimberly May? Yes.
Yeah,
it's running
Kimberly
very well.
May, very well.
Eva Pringle from St Andrews. Just making their way up the little hill.
It's a nice following group. with
Olivia
Esther,
Cummings.
Amy.
That Rebecca Baker from Wanganui High School.
There's Marley, Natalia. I think that's Arabella.
Yeah. That's Kimberly May there, running very well. Heidi Sextus from Stratford High School. Neve Moulay from St Andrews College, running well. Samantha Corbett from Tikawiti High School. Ali Barton from Waikato Dyson School.
There's Rosie Trotter of Christchurch Girls.
Lily Ovendale, also from Christchurch
And
Girls High School.
Caitlin Bassett just ran past.
Emma Carver from New Plymouth Girls High School, just past the camera as well. Jessica Hughes, Wellington Girls College. And Crystal Clark from Maclean's College. And we see Kirsty Ray is just coming up to the hurdle now.
Looking very strong.
She looks like she's winding it up for the finish. She looks like she's got a very handy lead on Charlie Miller.
Great hurdle.
She's running very strong.
And you can just see Charlie Miller coming down the back straight now.
Kirsty's had a very good run today.
And that was Grace Gordon just passing of Wellington East.
And Charlie Miller now coming over the hurdle. Very good steeple. Charlie's a very good steeple chaser, so wouldn't be surprised by her great steeple chasing form.
Very good. Now this is going to be a close one for third place. with
Yes.
Sarah in there, Olivia Cummings, Sarah Lambert,
Liliana Braun not far behind.
and Jemima.
Jemima from St. Peter's.
Yeah. Liliana Braun just
Amy Ferguson taking the jump.
great hurdle. And here's Rebecca Baker.
And Natalia Carter on her outside from Barradine, Auckland.
And that is Arabella, Marley,
Esther.
That is one of the Brown
One
twins.
of the Brown twins from St. Cuthbert's running very well.
Very well.
We should see Kirsty coming down, finishing
To the
straight
finish
soon.
very soon. That is Emma Douglas just went over the hurdle.
Kimberly May just jumping over the hurdle now.
And another one of the Brown twins. There is Neve Moulay.
St. Andrews, very good.
And
Kirsty
Kirsty
Ray.
Ray.
She's
Looking
coming
very
down.
strong.
She's going up the last hill, is she?
Yep, last hill.
And then she'll make her descent down the final hill into the finishing straight. She's got a very handy lead on Charlie
Very
Miller now.
handy. Got about 200 metres to go, I'd say, for Kirsty Ray.
There's still girls coming over this hurdle though.
And Charlie Miller just heading up the last hill in second place. Looking very strong, pumping the arms. This is where it's really going to start hurting.
Not long to go for these girls though.
Kirsty Ray, 100 metres to go.
She's coming down the final straight.
Very
looking
comfortable lead.
Very, very strong. She was second last year in Taupo, but I think she's going to take the win this year.
Yep. Wow.
Awesome racing from Kirsty today.
Amazing. Got a wee smile on her face. And that is Kirsty Ray, arms up, senior girls champion.
And you could just see Charlie Miller coming into the straight as well, so can we go?
And Charlie Miller, second place. Olivia Cummings
Olivia
has made
Cummings.
a break.
She's chasing into
She's
into the
chasing
finish
strong.
line.
And there's Sarah Lambert in fourth, putting on a sprint.
Charlie Miller's running very strong. He's going to
Very
take
strong.
second place
A lot.
today in the senior girls, 4,000 metres.
Awesome.
Awesome work. So Charlie Miller second.
With, looks like Olivia Cummings
Olivia
in third.
Cummings will be third today.
With Sarah Lambert in fourth.
It's awesome running from these girls.
Tough out there.
And Jemima from St. Peter's as well.
Putting on a big sprint.
That will be an awesome three-man team for St. Peter's.
With Amy Ferguson coming in now, 399.
And
Liliana Braun.
from Kashmir. Rebecca Baker from Wanganui High School coming in.
And that is Arabella White and
Maya Flint from Tauranga Girls College. Natalia Carter from Barradine.
and Marley Carl Ford just coming across the line now.
Is that Penelope Salmon from Barradine as well? Running very strong. Which one is it?
And that is Chloe Brown.
Awesome, Chloe.
Saskia Cosgrove Drayton, awesome race. And that is Wanganui Collegiate.
A lot of Wellington
Emma
runners.
Douglas, Amy Walker,
Brianna Lee,
Kimberly May, Esther Kosniak.
Awesome running from these girls.
And there is Bella Brown.
Bella Brown from St. Cuthbert's. Awesome work. Stephanie Walker from Danny Burke High School finishing.
Sequoia Prentice of Villa Maria. Big sprint finish.
Rosie Trotter from Christchurch coming through. Samantha Corbett from Tikawiti High School finishing strong.
There's Neve Moulay of St. Andrews. They're leaving it all out there. Caitlin Bassett.
They're coming in strong now.
This is where all the places count for the teams races.
Yeah. Every place counts.
Yeah.
There's Charlotte Floods with
yeah.
Ryan coming through in the red.
And another St. Cuthbert's runner.
Crystal Clark from McLean's. A New Plymouth Girls High School runner, Emma Carver coming through. Hannah Gapes, 188.
There's Izzy Gibson of St. Andrews College.
Emma Barton from Waikato Dyson School.
There's Lydia Robinson of Rangiruru Girls School. Carly Smith of Wellington Girls College.
Pixie Cockerell from Christchurch Girls High School.
Oh, another
Courtney
runner.
Elliott from St. Peter's School.
Izzy Rich just
Izzy
crossing the line
Rich
now.
From St. Cuthbert's, awesome running. Charlotte Holm from Diocesan School for Girls. Emily Hackett-Payne from St. Cuth's.
Another Wellington East runner coming in, Grace Gordon.
St. Peter's girl just through there. There's a lot of Wanganui runners still coming through. Should be good for the teams. Another Wanganui run and a sunset distance from San Francisco runner coming
And
through.
Olivia Pugh from Wellington Girls.
Tessa Honeyfield from Sacred Heart Girls College New Plymouth, finishing strong. You can see the girls are still coming down the hill and still finishing. That's
Very
Dana
strong
Phelan
finishes.
from New Plymouth Girls High School finishing.
Another St. Cuthbert's runner, 477.
Another St. Peter's runner coming through. And Emma Hamilton from
Go,
St.
Emma.
Cuthbert's, finishing strong.
Very strong.
This will be great for their team event, I'm sure.
Yep.
Every runner will add up their score.
There's Amelia O'Connell of Kurangi College.
Shelby Johnson from Waitaki Girls High School was finishing very strong.
And Summer Jubb of James Hargest High School.
Mariana Gardner, Sunset Distance Club from San Francisco.
Another Christchurch Girls runner coming in now. New Plymouth.
Emma Gilliver.
And there's Katie McGirvin of Wellington East.
A McLean's runner coming through, Danielle Chen. A Sunset Distance runner, Maya McKinney. Holly Sutherland, number 327 from New Plymouth Girls High School, coming through. Alexis from Sunset Distance Club finishing. Yeah. So this is the unofficial results for the 4,000 metre senior girls race. We have Kirsty Ray in first from Wellington East Girls College.
Charlie Miller in second from St. Peter's School.
Olivia Cummings was in third, finishing very strong.
Sarah Lambert was fourth from Wanganui Collegiate. And we believe it was
Jemima from St. Peter's, who was fifth.
So that will be a good three-person team from St. Peter's.
Yeah, St. Peter's is looking very strong.
Amy Ferguson, sixth place from Rotatuna.
Liliana Braun from Cashmere High School, finishing in seventh.
Rebecca Baker, eighth from Wanganui High School.
Maya Flint from Tauranga Girls College in ninth.
And Arabella White rounding out the top 10 from Dyson School for
well
Girls.
Well done to all these girls, top 10 finishes.
So all these girls will be able to represent New Zealand at the Australian Cross Country Champs this year in August. So it's very exciting for them.
Big achievement for all these girls. Well done.
I say, and that is the unofficial results with Jemima.
So we have Jemima in fifth there. Awesome work, guys. Next, we have the interviews for the top 3 podium places at the Senior Girls Cross Country. So stay tuned.
Hi, I'm here with Kirsty Ray, the winner of the Senior Girls Cross Country at the National Secondary Schools from Wellington East Girls College. Kirsty, how'd you find that race out there today?
It was really tough. Charlie took it out really hard on the first lap, so it was just a matter of hanging on for the second lap and getting over the hurdles unscathed.
Excellent. So, look, you've been to World Cross in Denmark earlier this year. How'd you find this course compared to the big hill at Mosgard?
This was less hilly, but there were more of them. So the second to last hill was quite steep, but lucky it was short, unlike the museum roof.
Excellent. Okay, so looking ahead to tomorrow, are you on a relay team for Wellington?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, because I understand the Wybup girls that I'm interviewing next, they're pretty keen to the teams race. How's the Wellington team shaping up?
The Wellington team is shaping up very well, and we'll be doing our best and going hard and hopefully getting a good result.
Excellent. Good to hear. Now, anyone else you'd like to thank, coach or parents or anything like that?
Shout out to my sports coordinator, Pip. Should win the staff race if they had one. And my coach, Alistair, for doing a great job getting me ready for the race. And the boys and Tessa Hunt.
Brilliant. Thanks, Kirsty. And we've got Charlie Miller here from St. Peter's. Charlie, you just finished second in the senior girls. I think your first year senior this year, is it?
Second year senior this year, yeah.
How'd you find the race today?
Yeah, I found it really good. The past year and a half for me has been a bit off and on, so coming into this I've been training really hard and just working up towards it. So for this race I just went into it going like, I don't know what to expect, so I'm just going to go out hard, control the race and just see what I have.
Excellent. Well, you really did that. And so, look, who's coaching you at St. Peter's?
At the moment, my coach is Ange Russick, who's one of the sports coordinators there. She's doing a really awesome job getting me into it, and especially just the school supporting me and really backing me in all my sporting, which is really awesome to have.
Cool. So I've heard lots of good things about St. Peter's. You're obviously enjoying it. Anyone else you'd like to thank or say hi to?
I think just my parents especially and all my friends have been really supportive of me. Like I said, I've had a tough couple years recently, so just to have the support unconditionally is really awesome.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Charlie, and best of luck for your next races. Now we have Olivia Cummings from Otamoto College, who finished third. Now, Olivia, you're an outstanding triathlete as well, I understand. How do you find cross-country compared to triathlon?
It's definitely a bit more of a challenge. Like, running is definitely the main aspect in triathlon at the moment, and just having a strong run is definitely key. So I've just been trying to do track races, cross-country to improve that.
And I understand you're coached by Craig Kirkwood. This is his hometown. Did he give you any tips for the course?
Definitely just to attack it on the hills, which is what I tried to do. I was pretty boxed in at the start, which I found quite difficult, but just working my way back, and yeah, it was definitely a help.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. And anyone else you'd like to thank or say hi to?
Definitely my sponsors, Smith Sports Shoes, have been awesome, and then my coaches, my training partners, and definitely my parents for getting me here.
Brilliant. Thanks, Olivia, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Right, we're back here in the commentary box with just under 3 minutes to the senior boys 6,000 metres. 3 laps of the Ashbury Park course, and boys will be lining up. So here's some shots coming through now. Look, we're 3, 4 deep on the line there. Just looking at the start list here, we've got some big teams. St Patrick's College Silverstream, they've got 7 runners. Timaru Boys High School have got 6 on the line, hopefully. Burnside High have got 6, along with Palmerston North Boys High, fresh off a Super 8 victory. Kings High School, 6 runners. Napier Boys also got the 6. Westlake 15 there, and Auckland Grammar 12, battling it out with New Plymouth Boys High School 11. Those often your 3 biggest schools, but Wellington College will have something to say with that. They have 10 on the line. Sacred Heart out of Auckland, they'll be strong. 9 there, and we've also got 9 of our American runners under the Sunset label and the bright orange vests. Christchurch Boys with 8. Maclean's College also with 8. Lots of teams. Christ College 7. And I'm sure I've missed somebody here. Here's John McGlashan. So we should have like 15 teams vying for these teams titles, which are always hard to come by, and obviously pretty tight at the top as well. So I've got with me Chris Devaney. Chris, senior boys 6,000 metres. What are your thoughts at this stage?
Oh, it's a tough one. This is a really long race, so there'll be things happening throughout it and groups forming, but nothing's final until they cross that line.
So Chris, it's only a couple of years since you were running this race in Christchurch and a Gunfield that year, and if my memory's correct, you missed the break. There were 10 or 12 that went out and you missed it.
That's right, yep. I was about 20-30 metres off the main pack for the majority of the first couple of Ks, but I remember my coach telling me, she said, the race starts at 4Ks, so be there, and I managed to catch back up then and was able to mix it with the guys, and unfortunately couldn't come away with the win, but it was a race I was really happy with. Yeah, that
was a great race. You're right, it did start at 4K with to remind our viewers there, Sam Tanner beat Isaiah Pretty for the gold that day. Nick Mulai in 3rd.
Yep, that's right.
Chris beside me was 4th. Theo Quack's 5th. That was down in the Horswell Domain. Had the same jumps those days. Christchurch have provided those jumps for the boys to run over 6 times. And this, how do the jumps affect a senior runner? Chris, they don't look that big from the sides. What's it like when you're running?
Well, when you're running, the first couple of times over them won't be too bad, but there's certainly a jump in that last lap, and it's something to target sometimes. It's something you can use to make a move on a competitor you might be with. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So we've got Dick Taylor, 10,000 metre Commonwealth gold medalist from 1974 on the starter's gun for this race, and we had nearly a false start there, but they're away, and the ground literally does shake if you're at Ashbury Park for 220 sprinters at the moment, just getting clear. What are you seeing, Chris?
Oh, what a sight. 200 plus guys. It is magical.
As our sunset runners in the orange, we'll spot them as we go around. Wonder if they've ever run in a field anything like this. Fresh from San Francisco, seeing the sights of New Zealand and being very welcome. Yeah, now I can see, well, I've got the screen there, that's actually George Gurin from Timaru Boys in the front, and he is a steeplechaser, so he won't be phased at all by the hurdles. Is that Liam Back just behind him,
That's
Chris?
Liam Back in 2nd, correct.
And there's a Scots College runner there in 3rd.
It looks like a Hamilton boy in 5th there.
Yes, and the Wanganui Collegiate boy, is that Andres Hernandez in 4th place?
Yes, yeah, that looks
so we got
like him.
It looks like a King's College boy in there as we... nice sight for the local schools, though, as one of the prefects at Timaru Boys High School, George Gurin, leads them up the hill for the first time. George is fresh off winning the Canterbury cross country. He went to the front there and just 4K at Canterbury, but he won the Christchurch Schools race there as an outsider. And so he'll have some confidence heading into this, but as we can see all those runners just going up the hill.
So you can see the slightly taller figure of Liam Back there in the centre of your picture.
Who else can we spot in there? Quite a few Wanganui Collegiate boys up there.
A few Westlake coming through.
It's another Scots College runner. There's a New Plymouth Boys runner in there, wasn't there? Yeah. So there is a Hamilton runner there in 2nd or 3rd place. Oh, there's Mac Rowe in about 10th from New Plymouth.
Still a big bunch of boys so far. This field hasn't quite strung out just yet.
Do you, what do you think, Chris? Do you think there'll be a break of 8 or 10 runners in this race? Is that what you'd expect in a senior boys?
I would expect it. It's hard to say. It's really unpredictable, these races. It depends if there's a couple guys willing to take it early.
Well, it looked like Liam Back was quite content to be in second place there.
That's right.
So who, 4:35, is out of Scots College? That's Will Anthony. So Will's taken the lead there with Liam Back in second, equal with George Gurin.
Got some Westlake boys coming through strong.
So trying to pick up some numbers in there. Boys are running so fast. So it's just still really one big bunch here. And you shouldn't discount any of these runners. It's not unusual for a runner to come through the field. You can remember a mate of yours, Angus White, coming from about 70th to 2nd in 2015. Boy with a broken arm perhaps in there from, was that King's High School?
There's Thomas Eggers and Ethan Rowe. Jaden Hunger out of New Plymouth Boys High School.
New Plymouth always strong in the senior boys. They've medalled the last 3 years on the 6-man here, so they'll be trying to do that again.
That's Ryan King out of New Plymouth.
So we're about a K. No, we're not even a K. We're probably 600-700 metres into the first lap of 3. And we'll see if we can pick these guys up as they head into the top part of the course. There's Mackenzie Smith from Silverstream. And there's a great view there of boys running up and down those hills. That the leaders that you can see off in the distance, that's the steepest hill on the course. It's quite short. And then they start to come down. We should be picking up the jump perhaps as our leaders. So we had, who was our leader? Chris, as we came through. It was, Liam Back was in second with George Gurin. We'll have to pick him up as he comes through.
Looks like he's taken it out.
So they'll be clearing this the first time, I reckon.
So there's 2 of them with about 10 metres on the rest of the field so far.
You can see the bit of up and down as well. So
that's Will Anthony
of course. Let's remember his name. He's up at the front there. And Andreas Hernandez, Wanganui Collegiate. Andre Lapine out of Palmerston North Boys High School, fresh off a Super 8 teams victory, Andre.
Some Auckland Grammar runners coming through.
I think that was Luke Catworthy and Finn Ward from Grammar there. Andrew Matthews from Sacred Heart College.
And Matt Gould from Westlake Boys High.
There'll be Lockie White in there, New Plymouth captain running, and Noah Fenwick, Hagley Community College. Some guys taking the long way around. Be interesting to see if that affects their placings. Hugh Charles out of Christchurch Boys. Christchurch had a great result in the Year 9 boys. We'll see how they go in the seniors. There's Andre Mackay from McLean's.
Blair Gowan out of Wanganui High School. Followed by Daniel Cooper, Parapara College.
That's Connor Chan from the Sunset Distance Club running there. But
So
we've still got Will Anthony setting the pace with...
Looks like Murdoch McIntyre's on the back of that pack now. 3 of them. Hard to tell from this angle, but looks about 20 metres. They've got through on the rest of the field.
Just behind Liam back there. But it's Will Anthony at the moment. And 3 have gone out. This won't be a huge surprise to many, but it's still early in the race. It's a wee bit of a hill first time round before we head to the start-finish area for the first time. Hutt International in there.
You can see a lot of Westlake singlets. And that's Luke Weston out of Francis Douglas in the middle of the pack.
A few collegiate boys there as well, Chris. Scots College, Jackson Taylor, Southland boys running well there. Sam Hayes, Auckland Grammar. And I see Matt Gould from Westlake Boys High School.
Daniel Roswell out of Burnside High School.
Robbie White from New Plymouth Boys.
Nathan Harrison out of John McGlashan College.
Ted Yee, Ashburton College, got second in the local race here 3 weeks back. Local boy Max Janzik actually won that race, 20 minutes.
And that is Liam Back still there with Will Anthony. And Murdoch McIntyre is just on the back of them there.
So we're just off the screen there. 1, 2, 3. Will. Oh. Now, here we go. We've got Jaden Hung and New Plymouth Boys High School there. 3 Sunset runners in there. And there's Thomas Arscott from St. Bede's College.
Aidan Pigeon out of the Sunset Distance Club joining us from the United States.
So just wanted to get a shot of Max Janzik there, who looked like he might have moved into 4th place from local school St. Kevin's. Just there were 3 out the front. I'm going to pass over to Jason Cameron here to take you through the second lap.
So as you can see, the athletes coming up that last hill, finishing the first lap. And Oliver Ortiz out of the Sunset Distance Club is passing the picture there.
So Murdoch's made quite a big move through the field, hasn't he, in the last K or so?
Yep, that's right, to get on that pack. He obviously thinks he needs to be in there to contend. Toby Wolf from Ashburton College in frame as we speak.
So it's a bit of a mind game, isn't it, Chris, this course? Well, 3 laps, it's every year it's pretty much a 3 times 2K, so
Yep,
you really got to pace your race.
It is a really long race, yep. It's going to be about 20 minutes of running, and anything can happen.
Sort of K rate there, you reckon they're cranking out there?
Or low 3s, probably 305, 310, somewhere in there. That's Gregor McKay out of St Andrews College.
And what are the schools that traditionally you'd expect to see up there in the teams event? And this year, as we see a few collegiate singlets there. And
historically, Westlake's always been strong. Sacred Heart, New Plymouth Boys High School has been up there in previous years.
Auckland Grammar.
Yep, Auckland Grammar's been a traditionally good distance running school. You can see that steep hill on the beginning of the second lap. Probably about 2.5 Ks in.
Yeah, and I said it at the start, you know, these downhill sections, they really do count too. You know, you can make up a lot of ground in terms of catching runners in front of you or putting the pressure on.
That's right. You can see Will Anthony and Liam back in your picture, and Murdoch just a couple metres back on those two. Will has taken most of this race so far. Let's see, Mac Rose in 7th place at the moment out of New Plymouth Boys High School.
Will Taylor from St Peter's School in Cambridge.
It's Jamie Barnes out of Wellington College.
797 JJ Weston from Westlake Boys High.
Ash Kazi out of Westlake Boys High.
JJ won the junior boys race last year. And Wellington College well represented there with Felix Williamson. They'll be going for the team's titles today. As we see some great shots of the athletes making their way up the first hill. So this is probably the middle of the field. And every place counts, eh, Chris?
That's right, yep. It'll definitely come down to it. I know in previous years there's been up to 4 athletes with the same time on the finish line.
It was George Luty from Westlake Boys High School there. Thomas Clark from Papanui High School in Canterbury.
As you can see, they're coming down that last little hill into the large flat section. So it'll be interesting to see who's at the front.
And this is probably the most uneven ground on the course. Sort of running just below the railway line there, but looks like it's still pretty bunched there. And coming into those hurdles, it's
still Will Anthony from Liam back from Murdoch McIntyre. Will has taken almost this whole race from the front.
But 4, 5 and 6 are still really much in contention here.
Local boy Max Janzik in 6th. And that is McCullum Rowe in 7th.
Had a wee chat with Max before, and he's a keen hunter apparently. Goes out there into the Southern Alps and loves his running, but he's also a hunter apparently. And we saw Murdoch going around the outside on the diversion there, so he chose not to go with the fence. And Liam Back's a noted steeplechaser, isn't he, Chris?
That's right, yeah. He's got those long legs. The taller figure of Liam Back still up the front with Will Anthony. Be interesting to see if those two can hold on for the last
Robert
2Ks.
McKeown from Christ College in Christchurch.
Josh Earnshaw out of Timaru Boys High School, local. Got a couple sunset runners.
563 and 557. Timikara Nihonohio Russell going through there. Max Janzik, St Kevin's College. Now, Max was hoping for the top 20, he told me today, so he's right up there.
Yep. So it's still Will taking it from the front here.
Is it Andreas Hernandez from Wanganui Collegiate?
As you can see, Mac Rowe and another athlete chasing to catch up with Andreas.
Murdoch working to get back on to Will and Liam.
Still plenty of time left in this race.
Mac Rowe from New Plymouth Boys High School.
David Moore out of Westlake Boys High School. They're looking strong in the team standings as we speak.
So they're just coming off that flat section now and going back up the hill. And a wee hurdle here to get over. And we've still got Will, Anthony, Liam back, and Murdoch McIntyre right on Liam back's shoulder.
Looks like Andreas Hernandez and Mac Rowe are really making moves to try to catch those three at the front.
And Westlake boys and quite prominent there in 8-9.
Thomas Strawbridge out of St Patrick's Silverstream. He's also trying to catch up in about 6th place at the moment.
So we're through 2 kilometres or thereabouts.
Looks like Murdoch's right on up on Will's shoulder at the moment. Christian coming out of Tamaranui High School.
Callum Hancock from Scots College going through over the hurdle there.
That's Nathan Harrison, John McClashin College. Thomas McCracken, John McClashin, sorry.
And Oscar Crow from Wellington College. Proud tradition.
Alexander Hall from the Sunset Distance Club. You're saying Wellington always strong in this race, aren't they, John?
From right the way through the ages, the 46th year, and I think
Matthew Milosevic from the Sunset Distance Club.
Christopher Ireland from Christ College there on the inside rail.
They've been strong today, and there's Robbie White, New Plymouth Boys High.
6'4", 3. Gareth Harkham from Wakatipu High School down on the Southern Lakes.
So just trying to pick up where we are on the course. Big bunch of runners going through here. Tawa College, Sam Argyle Wright, that is from Tawa, and Logan Cowie, St Kennigan's College.
And Akash Marks from Scots College in Wellington. Hanging in the pack there, and he'll be starting his second lap very shortly.
So here are the leaders, probably 1,500 metres out, and no, that was actually our second bunch.
Yeah, that was.
But there were some Westlake boys in there. There's a Hamilton boy running King's College, Wanganui Collegiate in there. A lot of noise out, and a couple more Wanganui Collegiate. They were talked up in the teams. So we see a Christ College boy jumping the hurdle. That runner on screen is Liam Mayahara from Kavanagh College.
And look, it's going to be really interesting, Paul, to see with the first 3 runners being so bunched whether anyone's prepared to make a move, or it's looking pretty tactical at the moment.
Jason, I think there's just 6 and 7s gone through. So I think this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in here. And we've got 3 Westlake boys, so they'll be looking strong for the 3-man. And Ben Wall out of Palmerston North Boys High School as well, fresh of a Super 8 individual victory.
Hamilton Boys High School still prominent.
Another collegiate guy. And Bradley Jervis from St Bede's College on screen at the moment. Might have a bit of a hamstring issue. So we're hoping we can pick up a camera as the leaders go around to off the hills and towards the jump for the second to last time, or the second to last jump.
6.24. And Luke Clatworthy from Waimea College in Nelson.
And James Corbett, St Peter's School.
7.9. JJ Weston again from Westlake Boys High School.
And Ronan Lee out of Lindisfarne.
And we see the spectators sprinting across the grass there to catch the leading runners.
There we go. Is that down to 2, Jason?
I'm gonna pick that up. Yeah, possibly.
I certainly see the tall figure of Liam back
Yeah.
and screen there in blue. And I wonder if that's still Will Anthony, who's been in the front the entire race, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's been very brave.
So he's
Strong
led for
front running.
5K. If can you just confirm that is Will?
Yep, I think it is. It's still Will Anthony with
Let's see how
Liam
they
back
attack
right on
this
his heels.
last jump. Will and Liam side by side.
Murdoch.
Murdoch McIntyre in 3rd place. And Mac Road, New Plymouth Boys High, is coming into 4th place. Andre Hernandez, Wanganui Collegiate, coming up to the jump. Strung out a little bit here. So there's our top 5. We're looking for Max Janzik out of St Kevin's. But here come our Westlake boys. Hard to pick them all up in there. 1, 2, 3. Great team running there, Westlake.
Looking good for the 3-man teams.
That's Ben Wall, isn't it? And Max Janzik there, hopefully for the top 10. And as the girls mentioned before,
Luke Grover from Wellington College.
As the girls mentioned before,
Matthew Miloslavich from Sunset Distance Club in the United States.
we're looking at teams qualifying for Slovakia as well for the World Champs.
And our top 10 or thereabouts today might be going to Australia for the Australian secondary schools.
That's the offer for the top 10 in the New Zealand Secondary Schools team. And of course, the World Champs next year, some of these Year 13s won't be able to attend. So we
I
might be
think
going
that
further
was
down the
third
field.
and fourth there. Is that Andreas Hernandez there?
Still side by side though. Here we go. Will Anthony with Liam back on his shoulder.
This is awesome running.
Will Anthony has led for 5.5 kilometres. They can see the finish, but they're running away from it.
Liam back, just having a wee look
Having
at
a
some
look.
of
It's
the
hard work up the hill. And we've got
spectators
Murdoch
there.
McIntyre in 3rd, and we're just looking to see how close Mac Rowe is to him there. Still another 15 metres back. Andre Hernandez in 5th. And here come that Westlake team of runners. They've got the 3-man. I saw JJ Weston in
David
there.
Moore is one of those Westlake Boys High School
JJ
boys.
Weston as well, our last year's winner. But here's Liam back. He's gone round the corner and over the jump. He's put a
And
move on Will Anthony.
decisive move here from Liam back.
200 metres out. Liam back sprinting for the finish. Will Anthony still looks good, and Murdoch is coming
moving
strong
too.
as well. Macro, he's in 4th place. He's not going to come to Murdoch. But here is the strong and tall figure. Liam back, Wanganui Collegiate, coached
And
by Alec
Will
McNabb.
Anthony is finishing strong too. He's going to take the silver medal. Awesome run.
A great run from Will Anthony. Scots College, 2nd place, gave it everything.
And Murdoch McIntyre will take the bronze.
Fantastic run there. And here's our 1st-year senior, Mac Rowe. 2nd last year in the junior. Mac Rowe, New Plymouth Boys High School, 4th in
it's
New Zealand.
close. Andreas Hernandez
And Jude Darby.
is just going to be pipped on the line by Jude Darby, David Moore, Westlake Boys High. So there's your first 3.
There's
in
Andreas
the
now,
3-man's
and
team.
this has been Wall, Palmerston North Boys High with JJ Weston coming in. JJ won the junior
Toby
last year.
Saxby from Westlake Boys High School. He's
Sorry,
your 4th Westlake runner. Zane Powell from King's College in Auckland. Great run from Reed Livingston from Napier Boys.
And a Wanganui runner, George Lambert from Collegiate.
Wairarapa College's Liam Lamb comes across the line.
Andre Lapine, Palmerston North Boys High with Andrew Carr out of Hamilton Boys.
541. Will Taylor from St Peter's School in Cambridge.
Followed by Jamie Barnes, Wellington College.
Zach Bellamy from Wanganui Collegiate. So they're in there as well. Thomas Strawbridge from St Patrick's College in Silverstream.
Jackson Taylor out of Southland Boys High School, finishing strong. Jack Payne out of Scots College.
Felix Williamson from Wellington College.
We've got Jamie Dennis out of Palmerston North Boys High School.
Luke Clatworthy, Waimea College.
It's Finn Ward out of Auckland Grammar.
287. Josh Sheridan from Nelson College. 678. William Sinclair, Wanganui Collegiate. Ben Rusco, Westlake Boys High School. They're coming thick and fast. 224. Jaco Tohea, Auckland Grammar School.
Daniel Roswell out of Burnside High School. Sam Duncan, Auckland Grammar, finishing strong.
Carl Loeb from Wanganui High School coming across the line.
Matt Gould out of Westlake Boys.
We're seeing it all happen, folks. This is where all of these team placings count a lot. Jack T. Ryan, Sacred Heart College.
Christian Cumming, Tamaranui High School.
And Thomas Anderson from Burnside High School in Christchurch.
Logan Cowie out of St Kentigern College.
George Bates from King High School.
That's Braden Sharp just finishing.
And Sam Argyle Wright, Tawa College.
Austin Carter, Auckland Grammar. Good finish from him.
Thomas Clark from Papanui High School.
Luke Hitchcock, McLean's College. That's Lockie White.
Andrew Matthews, Sacred Heart College, Auckland. And Corbin Straker from Burnside High School.
Max Yanzik, St Kevin's College.
Ruadiri Brosnan from John McGlashan College.
Callum Demore, Westlake Boys.
Ethan McLaughlin, Rangiora High School, Canterbury.
Joe Shiozawa out of McLean's College.
Big sprint here coming from Fergus Harlan, Sacred Heart College.
Josh Helm, John McClashan College.
Costa Mills, Rathkeel College.
Henry McMecken, Cashmere College.
Ezekiel Stewart, King's High School.
Hugh Charles, Christchurch Boys.
Matthew Miloslavich, Sunset Distance Club. Ronan Kramer for Sunset in the States. Mason Waterworth from St Pat's. Josh Collins, Westlake Boys. They've had a great day today, 786. Charlie Brownhill Griggs from Auckland Grammar School. And Chanel Muir, Catholic Cathedral College.
Mitch Snell, Lindisfarne College. Sebastian Ferguson, Christ College.
All happening.
Zach Drinkwater, New Plymouth Boys.
Peter Rawlings from Timaru Boys.
Samir Khan, Auckland Grammar.
And Jack Staples from St Bede's College.
Joseph Sinclair, Wanganui Collegiate.
Bringing it home from St Andrews, number 450 is Gregor Mackay. Well done, Gregor. Travis Baylor from Wanganui High School.
Isaac Lee, Sunset Distance Club.
Samuel Doherty from St Bede's College.
It's Ethan Rowe on the left of your picture there with a sprint finish from New Plymouth Boys. Bailey Lessington.
Sam Creevy from Whangaparua College in Auckland.
It's Jaden Hunger from New Plymouth Boys.
And Abe O'Donnell, Christchurch Boys High School. Andrew Mulqueen from Auckland Grammar.
Isaac Chater, Auckland Grammar School.
And Cody Crawshaw crosses the line from Opahi College.
Simon Bond out of New Plymouth Boys with a strong finish.
And Oliver Ortiz from Sunset, United States.
Ryan Baylor from Wanganui High School.
Thomas Askell, St Bede's College.
Linus Ritchie.
209. And from King's College, King's High School in Dunedin, Hugh Ascaro.
That's Thomas Eggers on the left of your picture from New Plymouth Boys.
Ichiro Sumiyoshi from Christchurch Boys High School.
Jack Oram, St Patrick's College.
And Zeke Bushell from King's High School in Dunedin.
Yep. Okay, that's cool.
So provisional results coming soon, folks.
As you can see, another athlete from Sunset Distance Club finishing strong.
So, Chris, what did you make of all of that?
I thought an outstanding performance from Will Anthony. He took a lot of that race. It was a really gutsy effort from him. I thought Liam Back raced it really well, and it just shows that there's different types of races that win it every year, but you've just got to be there with the K to go and give it your best. Sometimes it's your day, and sometimes it's not your day.
Yeah, so Will Anthony, was he a little bit of the surprise package out of the senior boys today in terms of his performance, or was you expecting him to do
I expected him to do well. I haven't been looking at results as much. It's been a couple of years since I've been in school, but it's definitely a good performance from him. I wasn't expecting him to do that well.
So looking at that top 10, Chris, let's go through these results.
And Mac Rowe in 4th place. That was an outstanding effort for him. Just a year 12, so he's got another year to go next year, and he'll be able to battle out in Harvard.
I just can't believe how quickly this meet goes in terms of the races. They start at 10:30 in the morning, and we're done already. It's
That's
just
right. It flies by. It's
high
really
quality
thrilling.
racing.
It
And
really
I
is.
think the thing that I love about the New Zealand secondary schools is this is our nursery of distance running in New Zealand. But it's not only the runners that are getting out there today. You've got the kids, students who are hockey players, rugby players,
That's right.
are all out there supporting their school.
Different goals. Some guys are going into these races hoping to win it. Some guys maybe top 100, top 150.
Yep.
It's just lots of different people from different sports and different parts of the country coming together and doing the same thing, running hard over a tough grass course.
Yeah, and it probably is one of the hardest races to win in New Zealand.
That's right. A lot of different
biggest
factors.
fields.
Correct. Probably 15 guys today that thought they could have won the race.
So, Chris, take us through those provisional results there, the top 3.
So we've got Liam Back out of Wanganui Collegiate, followed by Will Anthony from Scots College. Murdoch McIntyre rounding up the medals from Westlake Boys. Mac Rowe from New Plymouth Boys High School.
Jude Darby from Westlake Boys High School in Auckland. Josh Hagan from Wellington College.
And we have
Andres Hernandez from Wanganui Collegiate, and rounding out the top 10.
We've got Benjamin Wall from Palmy North Boys. Toby Saxby out of Westlake Boys. And Fletcher Pickworth from Motueka High School in 10th position.
So that's a good representation of New Zealand secondary schools distance running, the length and breadth of the country, eh?
That's right.
And we're getting ready for some interviews, folks. So we see Angie Petty getting ready to interview Liam Back. And did see Liam doing some speed testing in Auckland at an Athletics New Zealand camp last month. And this young guy's got a lot of potential.
Certainly paid off for him. He did really well today in that last K or so.
So here we
battle
go.
it out.
Angie Petty with Liam Back.
Awesome. So here we are with the winner of the Senior Boys 6K Cross Country, Liam Back from Wanganui Collegiate. Congratulations today. How did the race unfold for you?
Folded pretty well. I had the young Will Anthony up there at the front pushing it along, so I just had someone to sit in behind. It was so hard though, he pushed it from the start. Came through right at the end with a good sprint, so I was pretty happy with the day.
You must have been feeling pretty confident leading into this. Was training going really well and you're aiming to be in that position, or what was your goal coming into this?
My goal was to try and get like top 5. I didn't know how I was going to feel, but Mr. McNabb hit me pretty well for the race, so yeah, big shout out to him and my family for getting me down here. Hey, it was pretty good.
It's been pretty special to win that senior national title, and you've got many plans ahead. What's your next race from here?
Oh, next race from here would probably be the Club Nats cross country, and then plans after this would probably be to head over to the States next year.
Awesome. So what are you doing over in the States?
Looking to get a scholarship to a university over there.
Oh, very exciting. So can you tell us a little bit about your training? Do you do high mileage, and who's your coach?
Mr. McNabb's my coach, Alec McNabb out of Wanganui, and I'm kind of a low mileage athlete, and I go more of a speed kind of approach to getting my training done.
It obviously still worked well over the 6K today though, so congratulations out there. You're senior national champion. Well done.
Sweet. Thank you, Angie.
No worries. Well done, Will. Good running.
Thank you.
Cool. Here we are. So with Will Anthony, second today in the Senior Boys 6K cross country. How did the race unfold for you after leading a lot of the way? Just didn't quite have in that last little bit.
Yeah, well, first year in Senior Boys, so I started pretty wide and started fast, and it unfolded pretty well. Liam Back and Murdoch McIntyre were right behind me the whole way, so yeah, it was pretty tough, and I didn't think I was going to hold out against Liam Back, who's got a really fast kick. So.
But you did some amazing running, so to think first year senior, you'll be hungry for next year to come back and take that title. How was your what was your aim coming into this?
I was aiming for top 5, just to see how I went, because I knew there were a few pretty strong runners at both my age and older than me, so top 5 was my goal.
Awesome. So was it your plan to take the lead early on and to put in a lot of the hard work for the other boys?
Yeah, that's generally what I do. I don't have much of a kick, so I just try and take it out of everyone throughout the middle of the race and just see how I go.
Awesome. So how did you find this course here at Ashbury Park? Did you like the hills, or how did you find it?
I like the hills, but I would have preferred a few more hills. I found I prefer a bit of a hillier course, so the flat didn't work out too well, but overall it's pretty good.
And can you tell us a little bit about your training? So what kind of mileage and do you train every day?
Yeah, I train most days, and then I do a bit of mileage and a bit of intervals as well, just sort of combination of speed and mileage.
And who's your coach?
Alistair Leslie.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to today?
Probably just Alistair and my dad, who's over in Argentina. So, yeah.
Amazing running. Congratulations again. Silver place in the senior boys. Well done. And congratulations, Murdoch. Awesome running out there today to get third in the senior boys. Can you please tell us how the race unfolded for you?
Yeah, thank you, Angie. It was a bit of a tough race, that one. The boys went off hard, so just thought I'd just sit back and try work my way through. The boys kept pushing it, so kudos to Will. He was really hammering those hills, and I kept yo-yoing off the back, but I told myself to be patient and sort of stay in, and then you might have a chance. So I came back a couple of times, but in the end, just fell off the back one more time.
So you're sitting a little bit further back in the first K or so. Was it your plan to kind of come through a bit later and outrun some of those boys?
Yeah, I hadn't had the build-up I wanted to, so I had no clue where my fitness was. So for this year, every year I've gone off hard, so I'm just going to be patient and sit back, because with the fitness I'm at, if I went off hard, I probably would have blown up, so just had to sit back, yeah.
So have you had a bit of an injury? Or?
No, just not ideal build-up, and every athlete deals with that, but it's about executing on race day according to your fitness, yeah.
Totally. And how was it coming off the World Cross Country earlier in the year?
Yeah, that was an epic experience, a lot of learning in there, just being on a big world stage and actually in cross-country executing solid race plans, which I was happy to do today, yeah.
Awesome. And can you tell us a little bit about your training setup, please?
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to be coached by Vaughan Craddock, a really cool training group. We really smart with what we do, and he's really mindful about my health and what we need to do, but really cool setup there. But then I'm also very lucky to be representing West State Boys. We've got a really good squad. The culture there is something like no other school can actually make a claim to have. We've got all the boys here today throughout all the age groups, and I also do a Sunday long run with them, so I've got the best of both worlds, having my squad under Vaughan Craddock and in my West State Boys to motivate me and inspire, and also to be a role model for them. Yeah.
That's awesome. So do you guys do well in the team event?
Yeah, I haven't heard the results, so I'm not going to call anything, but the boys, it was an emotional one because it's the last time getting to race for Westlake. Everyone gets emotional because it's their last secondary school cross country, but not many schools can experience the fact that they're representing something bigger than themselves of a program. So it was emotional lining up for my mate David Moore, us being the last year 13s in the team, and knowing that this is our last one with the boys, and knowing how much they put in and how much it means to them. So it was a special one, and yeah.
Certainly been an amazing career for you at high school. So what's next for you from here?
Just back to drawing board and getting a healthy and fit, and then moving on to track it towards the end of the year, basically.
That'll be your last secondary school nationals in December.
Yeah, that'll be the one down in Wellington.
Yeah, well, all the best, and congratulations again today. Well done.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank my school for everything over the 5 years. I came in year 9 and I got third, and then come to year 13 and get third, so not much has changed. Thank you.
Amazing career. Well done. Yeah, see ya.
Thank you for those interviews, and thank you to the boys and the girls from all the different age groups that have just given us some insight today into their running. We've got the top 10 on screen there, and we did our best here in the commentary booth. I know I made a mistake there with Toby and JJ, so we apologise for that, and any other mistakes we may have made today. And just to remind our viewers that the top 10 in the seniors should be selected for the New Zealand Secondary Schools team there. They'll have a chance to go to Australia, hopefully, for the Australian Championships. And as we've talked about a little bit, there's also the trip to Slovakia for the non-year 13 kids. And so we've got William and Mac and others in there that will be hopefully off to represent New Zealand on the world stage next year. So plenty of exciting things coming up in cross country, but we're pretty much done for the day. So I'd just like to just put a big shout out to our commentary team today. We've had Jason Cameron on the microphone, and Angie Petty and Craig Motley in here and doing some excellent interviews afterwards. And to our young athletes, Chris Devaney, Hannah O'Connor, Tessa Hunt and Tonga Bombo, those guys are just amazing with their insight, and we've had a lot of fun bringing you the coverage. We hope you've enjoyed it. We're back on air tomorrow just before 9:30 for the relays, and we've the provincial relays, 5th time we've run those. There's 5 people from each region running a couple of kilometres each, And we've got a prize giving to go to and a bit of a pool party and everything. But we just want to wrap things up and say thanks everyone for watching. We hope you've enjoyed what we've been able to bring to you today, and congratulations to all the athletes that just gave it everything to make it such a successful event. So signing off from 46th New Zealand Secondary Schools Cross Country, this is Paul Dominikovic.